My name is James Rowlands, and in 2015 I started the WNR podcast with my friend
Dan White. And every month we bring you the latest collections, newest content, 205 Live and the crown jewel of the WNR NXT update.
Also each month the latest pay-per-views, and we are live not only for the Big Four but every takeover as well.
Plus, in 2019, we go back 20 years and witness the Attitude Rise and the WCW's demise.
Until we've watched everything, we are with you, and we are the WNR. Yes, hello, I am James Rowlands, and as always I'm joined by
Dan White.
And today it's the WNR244. It's NXTUK Takeover Cardiff. Now we've had nearly 2 hours of live build-up, so we're going to get on with it. Before we do, let's start with the alternate intro. And O land of my fathers, O land of my love, dear mother of minstrels who kindle and move, and hero whose at honour's proud call, for freedom their lifeblood let fall. Wales, Wales, oh, but my heart is with you. As long as I see you, bulwark shall be. To Cymru my heart shall be true. And that is the Welsh national anthem, and I did my best there. So we are here for NXT Takeover Cardiff. We've talked about the card. Dan, you're excited, aren't you?
I'm very excited, yeah. It should be a good card. I'm hoping for a few good classic moments, but, you know, I will be pleasant.
Yeah, so let's start with the opening promo.
Tonight, in the epicenter of wins,
we take over!
Imperium means absolute power.
We are here to lead you to a better NXT UK. This match is sacred. This brand is not a playground.
We're the #1 force in NXT UK.
who will be the last man standing?
Joe Coffey and the Bomber Dave Mastiff. This one is going to be completely unhinged.
Who will survive the triple threat?
All three of these teams want to rip each other apart for one thing, those tag team titles.
A personal vendetta comes to a head.
Kaylee Ray was a big sister to me because I had nobody.
You are the reason that your own father, he walked away from you and abandoned you.
And one man out for retribution.
You thought that you could embarrass me and put me on the shelf. You have another thing coming.
The other, domination.
If he's mad enough still, I see him in the ring.
Can Bate beat the unbeatable? Can Bate stop the unstoppable and recapture the WWE United Kingdom Championship? We're going to find out at NXT UK Takeover.
And it all happens tonight. Welcome to Cardiff.
What an opening promo this is, as it's all about, of course, Takeover Cardiff here tonight, but we get an introduction through Imperium, who say they've come to NXT UK to dominate the division, and they've taken out anybody in their path. Of course, Tyler Bate wants to stop that, and then we get a run through the card. And like I said, it's going to be great. We know it's Walter and Tyler Bate in the main event. Kaylee Ray versus Toni Storm. Of course, we've got the tag team titles on the line. Grizzled Young Vets versus Mandrews and Webster versus Gallus. And, of course, we've got
Toni Storm.
Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey, last man standing. But we start with Noam Dar versus Travis Banks. Of course, we do predictions. Dan, do you want to explain the predictions to everybody?
Yes, we have 3 prediction leagues. We've got the WWE pay-per-views, we've got NXT pay-per-views, and we have a bonus league as well. For the WWE and NXT pay-per-views, we predict what happens in the pay-per-views. Whoever wins the predictions gets a point, and whoever loses just gets ridiculed by the winner.
Yes, it does. As at the moment, NXTs are free all. This is our 7th takeover of the year. Dan, you won the last UK takeover very well. We'll see what happens here tonight, but we are going to start off with Dar. And we're starting off with Banks versus Dar. So what do you think about these two men? Do they deserve their spot on the takeover card?
Yeah, they're both very good performers. They're both likeable characters as well. So, yeah, there is absolutely no reason why they should not be here on this card.
Without a doubt, Travis Banks here. We talk about kind of build up to it. There's not really been much. They're just two guys who just want to fight at Cardiff. Prediction-wise, I start this off, and Dan, I've gone for, probably no surprise, Noam Dar.
I knew you was going to go for Noam Dar, James. So did I play it the intelligent way, or did I play it your way?
I don't know. Who did you think is going to win the match?
I went for Noam Dar.
Yeah, of course you did. Noam Dar, Scottish Supernova. Just a fantastic wrestler, and I think he's going to get his chance to shine here tonight. I said on the live kickoff that hopefully we're going to see him at his best. But Travis Banks can definitely deliver in the ring as well, Dan, can't he?
Absolutely, yeah. The Kiwi buzzsaw, certainly a force to be reckoned with. This should be a very good way to start off the show, and it'll keep people invested in this pay-per-view as well. I
think keys to victory for Noam Dar. He's got to avoid Banks' high offence, especially we know what he's like with the kicks, but also the resiliency of Travis Banks. He's been through a lot of injuries since being on NXTUK. And we know Noam Dar's the opposite of that. He keeps feigning injuries in matches. So
absolutely, yeah.
What do you think Banks has to do if he wants to spring an upset on us tonight?
Just try and see through the feigning that Dar does and just make the most of this opportunity, because, it's the winner of this will get put in good stead for a shot at the NXT UK Championship.
Yeah, I think without a doubt, maybe people look at this as a kind of number one contendership match. And look at Dar, already out wrestling Travis Banks, going into the ropes, and he's smirking.
No, James hasn't got a cigarette in his gob. He's just got a smile on his face because he feels he's got one up thus far.
Well, I think Dar might be the better technical wrestler against Travis Banks. I don't want to be, they like to think I'm wrong.
Well, you never like to admit that you're wrong.
Now Dar's grabbing the arm of Travis Banks. And the crowd here is going to be hot as anything. Like they finished off the promo with Welcome to Cardiff. It should be electric here in Wales. Dar just backing him off to the ropes. But Banks, though, brings it in.
Well, I think Travis was looking to jump over the head of Noam Dar, but Dar took the legs out, ankle lock. Banks out of it quickly, and both men trying to exchange their kicks, but both missing.
Banks there went for the clothesline. Dar was clever to dodge it.
Schoolboyed him, but Banks catches the foot of Dar, whips him down to the mat, but Noam ducks the kick to the head, and they're both having a pose off now.
And that was nice for both men there, showing what they can do. Very equal, and this is what I like about NXT UK as well. Most guys evenly matched. You can't really separate Dar and Travis Banks at the moment.
Absolutely not, no.
And now Dar's going to offer his hand. Think he's right about that?
Well, I wouldn't trust Noam Dar as far as I could throw him. Well, Banks just grabs the arm and hits him with a huge forearm to the jaw. Now just keeps sweeping the legs of Noam.
Yeah, Banks didn't buy it, and now he's making Dar pay.
And is Dar going to feign an injury on that left knee?
Well, both men would have scouted each other and seen injuries in the legs, and Dar going on the outside, and I think he is injured.
Well, I don't think Travis is going to fall for that one, as he just kicks Dar square in the head. And he's sat on the edge of the apron waiting for Noam to get in. No, he's going to go out there and encourage him to get back in the ring.
And it's great to see Travis Banks getting a takeover moment. If he can really shine this one, I'm sure he'll get many more. Throws Dar back and goes for the cover kick out.
Noam's prone in the corner, but rolls away. Travis stops in his tracks and pursues Noam, who crutches Travis on the top rope.
And Dar now is showing his confidence, telling the referee to calm down. Climbs up to the second. That's a pinky promise.
Oh, and just clotheslines him straight off the top rope into a cover, managing to get the shoulder up at 2.
And you can see the shoulder already bothering Travis Banks.
But is Travis just feigning an injury?
Well, that would be a good way of getting Dar caught in his own trick, but at the moment I don't think Dar cares.
Absolutely, and Dar's certainly got a cocky swagger about him.
And now Dar with the knees to Banks' face.
Oh, a hip toss straight into the bottom and second rope. Dar into a cover, but a kick out.
Now Banks really struggling with that left shoulder. Dar's been looking at it the past couple of minutes. Banks in serious fight off. And now Dar coming in for a little bit of ground and pound. And Dar's got his fans in the house tonight as Banks tries to fight out the corner. Crowd getting into this one. Dar with a kick knocking Travis down. And then straight again attacking the leg. So it's been the left-hand side of Travis Banks that has been on the offensive now. And yeah, Dar's got a cocky nature, but he's not one of those to hang around. He seems to do his taunting whilst he's actually working over the opponent, which is a great way of doing things. As Travis now trying to fight out, just trying to get a little bit of separation. Dar grabs the arm load, tugs it, and again, that shoulder will be separated. But then again, broken or not, Travis Banks will keep on the fight.
Well, he still have his feet, and that's his main offence.
And speaking of that, trips down Dar in the corner, comes in with a huge drop kick.
German suplex with a bridge into a cover. But Dar managing to kick out.
Now finally it starts spending a little bit of energy. It's been Travis Banks trying to defend for the majority of this match. Coming into it now, can he take advantage? Like I said, the leg's still working for him. He's not worried about putting his body on the line. He's going high risk now.
Well, Dar moved out of the way. Banks landed on his feet and just immediately back on the offence. They're working over Dar's arm, throws him into the corner. But Dar escapes, goes between the legs. He's got a waist lock on. Standing switch from Banks. But Dar fighting out and just kicks to the shoulder and the head.
And that's just great offence by Dar. A downed opponent taking advantage.
He's got a label lock in.
And now managing to roll through. And this is Dar showing exactly what he can bring in this one.
I think Dar should team up with Drew McIntyre. You've got the Scottish Psychopath and the Scottish Supernova.
Well, both of these men look to be successful. Shoulders were down, but Travis Banks managed to just get up. I think referee might have misjudged that then. And now it's Travis on the assault.
A version of the crossface there. But he's got no arm. Dar's trapped in between his jaw and Travis's hands.
I think Dar's trying to block it by having the arm across. And this is what British wrestling's all about as well. We haven't really spoke about it yet, but the kind of style that he brings.
Well, it's wrestling and counter wrestling.
And that's what we've seen all a while in this match. Technical way of getting out of things. Darla having to go to the ropes to safety.
And Dar with just a straight up slap to the face of Banks, but I think that's pissed off the Kiwi. He comes charging in, but Dar moves out of the way and just hangs Banks up on the second rope.
Well, going for the continuous backslides now.
And Dar hits a lovely suplex into the cover. 2, no. Banks managing to kick out.
And it feels that Dar has just been a step ahead of Travis Banks in this match so far. He's caught him on the ropes a few times. And now it looks like he's going to try and end things now.
Oh, but Dar runs into a big boot. Banks up, looking for the kick, but Dar catches the leg out of midair. Locks in the knee bar.
Oh, Banks screaming in pain. But he's caught in the centre of the ring at the moment. He's trying to move to alleviate it. And grabs Dar's leg now. And Banks rather have a fight just face to face as Dar's got the lefts and rights.
Well, both men are locked with their legs. Just hitting each other.
Both men can't get the advantage, but it's just so good, you know?
It's great back and forth between the two guys.
And the fans in appreciation as well. And now Banks trying to get to his feet, so is Dar. Dar's using the ropes. Can the Kiwi Buzzsaw see his opportunity in? Dar dodges him on the apron. Goes for the clotheslines, blocked, but managed to kick the legs out of Travis. It's come running in now. Drop kicks Travis off the apron. Dar keeping up the momentum with a cravat throw into the stairs. Throw him in. Come on, Dar. Get the job done. Of course, I'm showing my impartiality.
And Dar with a clothesline to the back of the head of Banks into the cover. No, only a 2 count.
2. Well, Dar showing there with a vicious lariat. Couldn't get the job done. Travis Banks still in this. Dar has not been able to put him away yet. And it doesn't matter what state Banks is in. And Dar now, with the kicks to the chest, with just the Daniel Bryan kicks, and just showing what he can do. But I think that annoyed Banks a little bit, throws him off. Dar goes to the ropes, and they're just caught in between a rock and a hard place. Travis Banks with a drop kick there, sending Dar flying off to the corner. Travis Banks comes off the second.
Hits him. 1, 2.
Oh.
No. Dar just managing to escape at 2.
2. Well, you saw the big double foot stomp there. Couldn't get the job done. Of course, that last takeover, Finn Balor took Travis Banks' place, and that would be a good way to win tonight.
And a bit of intelligence from Dar, or a bit of stupidity as he rolls to the outside. Banks comes flying towards him like a fucking missile and takes Noam out.
Well, it's definitely a mistake for Noam Dar then. And now Travis Banks, I think, sees the end coming, but Dar, clever.
Blocks it with his rolling in and just hits a lovely forearm on the way back out.
Going to send him into barricade. Oh!
No, well, Banks bounces off. Hits like a detonation kick.
My God, well, gets a shot. Travis Banks going up.
Coup de grace. 1, 2. No.
Oh.
The pinky rock.
Well, Dar managed to kick out. Oh, what a move on the outside there. Yeah, Dar went to throw him in the barricade. Managed to jump the barricade, dive off, hit a slice of heaven, but still can't put Dar down. Dar to his credit saying, bring it on. Fortunate for him, I think Travis might. Now both men exchanging forearms.
Using each other to keep himself up.
It's been a great way to start NXT TakeOver. As Banks now looking to have a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, Banks has got a few unresponded shots off, but Dar's blocking the kicks and hitting a few of his own. Follows it up with an uppercut.
And yet another one sending... Oh my God, Banks into the ropes, but he springs back. Spinning forearm. Knocks Dar back into the other corner.
And then Dar moves out of the way. Hits a running pump kick.
Oh my God, goes for it again, but gets caught by Travis Banks.
It's just a running knee to the face.
And now Travis Banks calling for the end here. Here we go.
No, Dar follows him into the corner and just sweeps the legs out. Now Dar's calling for his finisher.
Now Darcy, Nova Roller, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Noam Dar wins a great match. Dan, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was a very good match. The only critique I can say on it is Dar's selling. He doesn't sell for as long as some competitors, but I suppose that kind of plays into keeping up the momentum of this match. So it's not really a critique. It's just
it was just trying to keep up with all the spots that they had. But still, great effort put forth by both men. Dar showing exactly what he can do here. And I think it's a fantastic performance. And they both should be proud of this in a great way. I love the kind of technical aspects that we saw in it. And of course, Dar with the finisher as well. And let's see if we can move on from this. But I think a fantastic way to kick off TakeOver Cardiff. And no one will be more happy with his victory than himself. So Noam Dar going to have a good night tonight. But Travis Banks gave it absolutely everything he had.
You think Travis Banks is wishing that Finn Balor took his place again in this match?
Yeah. Well, big news we had on the pre-show as well. Cesaro, speaking of W Superstar, Cesaro's got an open challenge here tonight, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there, apart with everything else that we got as well. Oh, no. If it's Pete Dunne, I'm going Pete. And we see KD Ray and Tony Storm ready in the back, and speaking to Cesaro, who shows up.
Yeah, Dragunov. Cesaro was asked backstage who he thought will answer his call, and he says, I don't care, I just want to fight. And then Dragunov walked past and just snarled at Cesaro, and he's making his way to the ring now.
Wow, so a man that we've actually been looking at closely on the podcast in the last couple of days. He's getting in action right now, and we spoke about him, and it's a great opportunity for this young man now, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, but depending on which way the match does go.
Well, I think even in defeat, it's a great position to have against someone of Cesaro's standing, as Dragunov coming out here. And we said it when he gets takeover moment, he's getting it now. I think he definitely deserves it, And that's for Cesaro, one of the most kind of underrated superstars on the roster. All right, Dan, who are you going to go for in this match?
Well, James, calling it as I sees it, I'm going for Cesaro.
Yeah, and I too will be going Cesaro as well. I think a great performance by Dragunov takes Cesaro to the limit is more than enough that he needs. If Cesaro's coming over issuing open challenges, he needs to win them if he wants to be considered a great superstar. But what a great kind of bonus match we're getting with Dragunov versus Cesaro. But he grabs the microphone and says, Cesaro, I'm waiting, and it doesn't take long, and Cesaro's on his way.
Well, the Swiss Cyborg's going against the Russian Revolutionary.
Well, I tell you something, we wanted a surprise on TakeOver, and having Cesaro versus Dragunov match, I think counts as that. I am very happy we're going to get to see this.
But wouldn't you have liked to have seen, I know they're doing it so it brings more eyes to it, wouldn't you have liked to have seen Dragunov saying, I'm here for a fight, I've got no match, I'm calling out anyone, and then Cesaro showing up?
I would have preferred that, but I can understand why they've done it to get more people who maybe have been watching it on YouTube to go, oh shit, Cesaro's going to be there, let's see it, This is probably maybe their plan all along. But it's great to see Cesaro because he is just so underutilised. Right, keys to victory. What does Dragunov have to do if he wants to upset the odds here tonight?
Well, we've seen Dragunov going against people that are a lot bigger than him. Cesaro is one of them people as well. We've seen him win and we've seen him lose. I I don't know, trying to surprise Cesaro, I suppose, would probably be his best option.
Well, speaking of surprise, just comes running in with a big boot, going to attack on the chops, and Cesaro, he might be a little bit jet-lagged as he's been travelling around the world recently. Comes in but catches Dragunov with a chop, sending him back in the corner. And they are huge chops there.
Side headlock, Dragunov pushed Cesaro off, but Cesaro came back with a huge shoulder block takedown.
Dragunov with a forearm trying to build momentum now, but Cesaro catches him.
I think Dragunov was going to attempt a running crossbody. He just gets plucked out of the air. Backslide by Dragunov. Cesaro, he dodges the uppercut, but Dragunov tries hitting one of his own. Cesaro ducks it, and now he's just calling him out.
And that shows a ton of confidence.
Dragunov gets in Cesaro's face, and that's enough for the Swiss Cyborg as he just uppercuts Dragunov to the mat.
And the fans chanting NXT, they're happy that this match is happening right now. And Dragunov likes it. He likes the uppercut, sends the shiver down his spine. Gets caught with a huge chop now. You can always see the redness of the chest.
Big boot from Dragunov. It's a spinning chop and a standing senton into the cover on Cesaro. Only a 1 count.
1. Well, Cesaro more stunned than anything else, but gets caught with a clothesline in the corner. Irish whipped across. And
Dragunov just throws him down onto his backside, back against barricade. And Cesaro just disposes of Ia.
Well, the fans on their feet, it just shows power. I mean, Cesaro is one of the strongest men in WWE, just dumps him out like a sack of potatoes.
It's much better than a match with Dragunov and Jordan Devlin, I suppose.
Well, so there, gorilla press slamming Dragunov on the barricade, just brings him in, and now he's just playing with him. And Dragunov showing heart determination, but boot to the face, going to rearrange his features, he's not careful.
Scoop slam followed up immediately by a leg drop. Cesaro into the cover. Only
2.
So is Cesaro still a heel from his bar days, because he was a face and then kind of coerced to the dark side by Sheamus? You'd have thought without the influence of Sheamus that Cesaro would have been kind of tending towards his face side again.
Well, we've seen Cesaro going against Aleister Black recently, haven't we? And against Samoa Joe as well. And he's coming in and getting his hero reception in Cardiff. So you think maybe leaning a little bit the other way, but we're cool. No joke. He's the kind of face that is a little bit different to the rest that we enjoy. It's a back suplex, and he gets a 2.
2.
And so I know maybe getting a little bit frustrated.
I think Dragunov's got a bit of internal bleeding going on. And Cesaro, do you think he's got a bit of admiration for Dragunov? I mean, like, you know, Dragunov had the balls to not only answer Cesaro's open challenge, but to come out here and call Cesaro out.
Yeah.
And, you know, Dragunov hasn't backed away from him one bit.
I think that's an excellent point. And I think that's exactly, maybe if Cesaro won't admit it, we might see later on as well that you realise this guy, you know, is going toe to toe and not just backing down. And we've been watching Dragunov's last, 3 matches? Cassius Ohno was an absolute war that he had, you know, and against Tyson T-Bone, that was tough, and now going against Cesaro. So, difficult times for Dragunov.
Cesaro throws Dragunov against the ropes, ducks his head, but Dragunov with a kick to the chin. But Cesaro straight back onto the offense, looking to pick Dragunov up, but he moves his body in such a way that he gets the crossbody across Cesaro into the cover.
Oh, went for the 6-1 line, but got caught by Cesaro.
And he's going to go for the Cesaro swing.
And Dragunov on his way. I wonder how many times he can spin around.
Well, I think Dragunov's quite a small fella, so Cesaro will be able to get a few rotations.
But let's hope he doesn't decide to throw him into the front row.
He'll be able to throw him into the back row.
Well, he's going to swing him more times than a sheep in Wales.
Easy, Jack.
32 we're up to. We're going to see 50, aren't we? 40.
40 revolutions. And if Dragunov isn't puking now, there's something wrong with him.
And Cesaro, I don't think they're sure where he is. Well, I've never seen 40 swings before. Going for the
Cesaro goes
cover.
into the cover. Oh, straight round into the crossface, though. Do you think Cesaro's taking something away? Because you can tell he's obviously adapted to the WWE style of wrestling as opposed to what we're used to seeing in NXT. Is that a bad thing?
No, I don't think it is. And I think with Cesaro that he's got the talent to kind of wrestle any style in a weird way. That's what I've seen with him, and I think you agree as well. So even if he can come in and do a little bit of technical style, he can. You know, it's up to him. And I think it just works well. I think Cesaro's just great talent. That's just people don't know how to use him. I think that's his major problem. You know, major problem.
Well, Cesaro with a crossface. Dragunov turns it around into a pin attempt. Cesaro immediately breaking it and hitting a huge right hand to the jaw. Looking for a running.
Hey!
Oh, he's in the 6-1 line. Well, I don't think Dragunov's in any position to cover Cesaro.
Oh, Cesaro. It's the first time in a while that he's been in a bit of trouble.
Can Dragunov come back from this?
I don't know. I think he's still spinning. That's half the problem. Hit the guy in the middle as he comes in with a knee.
Looking for a clothesline. Cesaro ducks, but Dragunov catches him as soon as Cesaro pops his head back up.
Dragunov with a crazy look in his eyes. He's beat red with a fight that he's been in.
Looking to pick Cesaro up onto his shoulders, but Cesaro with the backslide looking for an uppercut, but it gets turned down into a test of strength. I don't think you're going to be beating Cesaro in this one.
Well, his first man's dropped to the knees. He's going to have the advantage. Dragunov realises, like you said, he's not going to win that one, but step up in security.
Cesaro in a bit of trouble. Dragunov looking for a German, but Cesaro catches the arm, just working on the wrist. Dragunov picks a very impressive feat of strength. Cesaro's trying to fight out, and a lovely German.
Well, we talk about Cesaro's strength, but there Dragunov showed what he can do. And now Cesaro to the outside. Here comes Aya. Oh!
Suicide dive. Takes out Cesaro as he throws him in. Cesaro in a very prone position. Dragunov in the opposite corner. Looking for a bit of coast-to-coast action. Straight onto the shoulder of Cesaro. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. Cesaro kicking out.
Well, somehow I think Cesaro now realised how close he came to losing it just then. Took us off the ball and Dragunov came right in. And now can Dragunov try and finish things here? Looking for the Torpedo Moscow maybe to put Cesaro away. The chops and Cesaro getting frustrated by it. Huge chops and now a shot by Cesaro. Dragunov grabs the arm.
Couple of chops there from Dragunov.
And now he's hit him at least 15 times.
At least 22 times. But Cesaro responds with a headbutt. And just an amazing feat of power. GTS.
2, 3. No! Dragunov somehow kicked out. Oh my God.
Uppercut. 2. No. Again, Dragunov kicking out.
Fucking hell. How did that not get the job done? Well, maybe Cesaro can't beat Aya Dragunov. Maybe that's what he's thinking right now. This young man.
The neutralizer yet.
The heart of a warrior. He's got fire in his eyes as well.
So looking for the spinning uppercut, but gets caught down into a pin attempt. And Dragunov follows it up with a kick knee to the jaw.
Oh my God.
It's like a Death Valley driver into the turnbuckles.
Dragunov just risking his own and Cesaro's body. And we get this is awesome chance as well. And Dragunov now looking to try and go up. Put Cesaro away. Oh, here he comes. Dragunov off. Senton. Hits it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No! Cesaro managing to kick out. And that was it. And Dragunov now realising Cesaro's there for the taking.
As he's psyching up for the Moscow torpedo.
And here he comes running into Cesaro. Picks him up though.
Pop-up uppercut. Cesaro now with the neutralizer. Hits it.
Goes for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And that's how you put someone over. Aya Dragunov there. Fantastic. But in a losing effort, Cesaro's showing exactly what talent that he's got. And what I love about it, the first match felt really British to me in that way with Darren Banks, even though Banks is from New Zealand. This one had a really European feel to it, you know?
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
If you go to European independence, you see any stuff from the past, you talk about the kind of great guys that came from there. This is what you're looking at now, a young guy, Aya Dragunov, who's going to have a fantastic career in NXTUK. And he put in a hell of a performance against Cesaro. And Cesaro looking like a superstar now as well. Question for you, what do you think of the match? Plus, what do you think to do with Cesaro next?
I think the match was absolutely brilliant. Could Cesaro perhaps challenge Walter for the WWE UK Championship? I don't know. Will it just be a one-off? Was it just kind of like an exhibition match like Finn Balor was when he came over last time? I don't know. Preferably, I'd like to keep him in NXT UK for a few months. Give him a little quick run with a title, pass it off to someone whilst putting him over. Maybe, Dragunov or something like that,
Having a redemption storyline.
Getting him the rub, yeah.
Without a doubt, it's definitely something that can be done. But a fantastic performance. The crowd absolutely loved it, and so did we. Cesaro gets the job done here. He said he would come to Cardiff and be hands-on. Can't get more hands-on than that. But Dragunov now, and Cesaro's going to come back down.
I don't think Cesaro's had his hands on enough yet.
And Cesaro now just coming down. Oh no, he's going to try and lay out Dragunov again. But Dragunov getting to his feet. Hey!
Well, we thought we was going to see an attack, but no, Cesaro offers a hand to Dragunov, shakes it, and then gives him a good embrace in the middle of the ring. And I'm sure he's telling him, look, mate, you're going to be a huge star.
A huge NXT chant, Cesaro there.
Doing the NXT symbol with his arms. A brilliant shout out.
Cesaro's one of the nicest guys, apparently, in WWE, and you can see it there. What a performance. But Dragunov there, son. You've made it. Let's see what happens next for him as well in NXT. Next last man standing, man.
No, I reckon we're going to have a title match. Tag. Adrian Street and Miss Linda.
Well, we had a documentary about Adrian Street on the network before TakeOver went to air, and he's here. Imagine what I could do to you. It's the name of the documentary, Dan. Careful. Not anything else.
Well, if it's anything like you've already done to me, James.
Oh my God, look at the back. Trent Seven suited and booted, helping out.
The guy that he's trained.
Tyler Bate. Can the young man become the only two-time NXT UK champion tonight?
Tonight.
But up next, it is the Tag Team Championships on the line. Triple threat match. It's going to be Gallus versus Mandrews and Webster versus the grizzled young veterans.
We are grizzled young veterans at TakeOver Blackpool. We took our spot at the top. NXT UK Tag Team Champions. We are the standard bearers.
Like them or not, again, they divided, they conquered, they won.
This is a challenge to step up to our level.
Grizzled young veterans. This is our kingdom.
Gallus have been nothing short of dominant.
UK tag titles at TakeOver Cardiff are soon to be Gallus.
Before you get carried away, don't think that you're going to come to our hometown without Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews.
They go way back. They're quite the duo when they step into the ring.
We've already punched our ticket to take over. So if you too think you can join in it.
This is the first of two matches to prove their worth. Oh, wait a minute, Wolfgang! Oh, Mark Andrews! Wait a minute, small package! Flash Morgan Webster got coffee! Flash Morgan Webster and Andrews one win away from Cardiff.
Break by break you.
Drake is really in trouble. So, Stunt Dog Millionaire! Andrews and Webster are headed to Cardiff! All three of these teams want to rip each other apart for those tag team titles. What in the hell is going to happen at TakeOver in Cardiff?
Well, this should be a very explosive match. Can Mandrews and Webster Morgan Flash get the tag team titles? I mean, it would be the ultimate Cinderella story, wouldn't it?
Without a doubt. What have you thought of the build-up to this match?
I think it's been good. You know, we saw the number one contenders, and then Andrews and Webster was like, well, we haven't got anything to do, and they had to qualify to get themselves into the match. So yeah, it's been very good and interesting.
Yeah, at least they've had a reason to have it a triple threat match. But what are Gallus' chances here tonight? I mean, I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on Grizzled Young Vets as tag champions?
I don't know. I think their run has been a little bit lackluster. You know, it's I don't know. It's just, it feels a bit shouldn't be. I mean, these are two very talented guys, very good workers. I don't know. Is it their mic work that they're not? I don't know. I feel it's missing something. What about you?
I think apart from their TakeOver win at Blackpool, where they beat Moustache Mountain, we've seen that many standout matches and moments from the Grizzled Young Veterans. Don't get me wrong, they're a good tag team. But, I mean, really, are Gallus and Andrews and Webster really kind of the only tag teams to compete with them? I'd be really interested to see what happens in the tag team division, especially when you consider Imperium will be backstage watching very closely in this one. Actually, you know what I mean? Like, you might see a surprise, might join it as a fourth tag team.
Possibly.
But there's no doubt in what Mandrews and Webster can do in the ring. But Gallus, I think the wild card.
Indeed, yes. And there's one thing I'm really wanting to see tonight, James, and that is a Mandrews stunner.
Yeah, well, exactly. We always like seeing that. We'll keep an eye out for that. We should say points prediction-wise. We haven't really been. We'll start off with Dar versus Banks. Both got a point each after that, and then I Dragunov Cesaro against Cesaro. So it's 2-2 leading into the third match. Prediction-wise, it's my turn to go first, and I have gone for new tag team champions Andrews and Webster.
I too have gone for new tag team champions Gallus. And I Rick Gallus, rubbed it out and then Rick Gallus. Again.
Why have you gone Gallus?
I want something different. So I want Gallus.
Well, Webster and Andrews coming out here decked out in the Welsh flag, and can in Wales Andrews get the victory? That would be the biggest for a Welsh athlete in years. Not since Mason Ryan had an opportunity on the main roster.
I remember Mason Ryan. He was shit, wasn't he?
He really was. But Andrews and Webster are here. Still not sure about Webster. I'm still not sure about a couple of them, but still.
Right, so let me get this right. We've got 2 actual tag teams in this triple threat tag team, and you're going for the team that are just 2 wrestlers thrown together. And correct me if I'm wrong, you absolutely fucking hate that.
I do. Scotsman and the Welshman walked into a place, right, in Wales. I'm going to back the Welsh one. That's what we've got. This is the battle of Britain here right now. Scotland versus England versus Wales. Well, I say England, the Scousers. So, make that what you will.
Where's Webster Morgan Flash Andrews from?
Oh, he's England. But he'll be an honorary Welsh tonight, won't he? One of those Welsh.
Well, I did see a sheep leaving his locker room.
We cannot confirm or deny sheep had or had not been in the locker room. Wolfgang and, of course, Mark Coffey coming out here. Mark Coffey, he's like the one you go, oh, yeah, that's him.
Oh, what, Joe's brother?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I know Wolfgang because I picked him in the UK tournament.
How did he do?
He got to the semi-final. He did not too bad.
Didn't win it, though, did he?
He didn't do too bad, though. I mean, speaking of UK tournament finalists and winners, Zach out here with...
James Drake,
isn't it? So here we go, tag team titles on the line. Andrews, of course, Morgan Flash Webster, my picks, versus Dan's picks, Gallus versus...
the champions, Grizzled Young Vets.
And we'll leave no championship advantage. And Andrews going to start at Gibson saying, in your hometown, I'm going to beat you. Prove to you that I'm the best. It's just you and me right now. And Andrews looks in great shape.
So is this going to be the one that starts off all civilised and then... someone's going to jump in.
It'll all break down. Let's hope they can deliver. Is the crowd ready for this now?
So Andrews and Gibson, look at the size advantage between the 2.
And Gallus at the moment just taking their breath on the outside. Won't look to bother probably getting in and take advantage later on. Shoes off if you hate Gibson. And unfortunately, there's loads of shoes now on show.
Absolutely.
And Gibson looking to quiet this crowd, try and power down Andrews.
Andrews bridging out of the pin attempt and going up. Sunset flip into the cover, but no, only a 2 count.
2. And now Wheelbarrow looking for the arm drag, but Gibson grabs hold of it.
Hammerlock.
And he wants to bring it to his corner as well. It's great strategy.
Tags in Drake. Andrews backing off a bit though.
And Drake's got a bit of speed, but he's not as quick as Andrews.
No, Andrews is quicker than a hiccup.
Hip toss to Kent. And now a kick to the midsection.
Webster Flash Morgan's in.
First time we've seen Jay in the match. Now, double team. Beautiful moonsault and a 450 by both men, but only getting a 1.
1. Irish whip as Drake gets thrown into the corner. And Andrews in with a running kick into the cover. 2. No, just a 2 count.
2. But they mean business here tonight. Trying to start quick. Put the champs away. Uh-oh.
Well, we've got Jay in one corner. And is that Will? Not Will.
Neil.
Yeah, and we've got Neil reffing the match. So do you think that would give the advantage to the Welsh United combo?
Well, it might be, but here we go. The Scots are finally getting in. Dan's pick, Wolfgang. And he's going to go up against James Drake, and Drake doesn't want none.
No, he tags in Jay Flash Morgan Webster.
No, right, catches him, pushes him away.
A lovely drop kick from Webster.
He's just trying to crawl and use Wolfgang as a climbing frame, but Wolfgang managed to drop to his knees. Grizzled Young Vets push him off. Now we get the face-off between 3 teams.
And Neil the ref trying to calm everyone down. Look, just 2 men in at a time.
Well, there's a referee taking control of a match. There we go. Mark Coffey gets a tag in with Webster. Waistlock takedown and now taking out James Drake.
Does that count as a tag? Well, I think it does.
Referee, now that does. Gibson now getting a blind tag. Maybe not that blind. Webster realised. Drop kick off the apron.
And now Andrews comes in, takes down Wolfgang off the edge of the ring. And now Andrews is going to go flying. No, fake out. jumps over Gibson and takes out Mark Coffey.
Well, he hit the moonsault on Mark Coffey, and at the same time, Webster sprang round the ring post, hit a Hurricane Rana on Gibson. Webster throws Gibson back in now. Moonsault off the second rope, going for the cover, but Wolfgang in to stop it. And Gallus haven't been really involved at all, and he said he wants to fight, but he's not the legal man. Now it's Gibson in. Drake gets a blind tag. It's great teamwork. Webster gets caught, and he dives off Gibson, hits him with a drop kick. There's no doubt the Grizzled Young Vets are a cohesive unit, and I would say the number one team at the moment, win or lose this match.
It's Drake and Flash. Drake's got the upper hand. Punches Flash so hard he gets knocked out of the ring. Tags in Zach Gibson as Drake leaps over the top rope as Gibson's got Flash in his hands and just takes him out.
Do you think James Drake's a little bit intense tonight, shall we?
I think he is fired right up.
I mean, it's a great shape, don't get me wrong, I like that, but screaming at the camera. And it was great teamwork there by the Grizzled Young Vets. And they're just isolating Webster at the moment, stopping it from Andrews. Gallus are fresh, but it doesn't help if they're not in at the moment.
You got to be in it to win it.
And I think that's what Grizzled Young Vets trying to do, eliminate them for the thought process and cut this match off, but it's easier said than done. But if anybody can do it, it would be Zach Gibson with his mad Merseyside mind coming up with a plan. But Webster's trying to get up. Every time he does, though, Gibson finds his way to the corner, tags in Drake.
Who hits Webster so hard he hurts his own arm.
And Gibson just telling everybody to calm down. Drake now with the backbreaker goes for the cover, but again, Webster kicking out. And he's not going to beat him like that, but it's just exerting all the energy.
Wearing him down, trying to drain the confidence from Webster as well.
I don't care even if it's Gallus I'm getting a tag with, I just want to get out of there.
But Andrews definitely wants in, he's feeling the home crowd advantage. But Gallus get the tag in. Mark Coffey's the legal man against Webster. And he sees an easy target. But Webster with a backdrop landing on his feet. Well, catching Coffey, but Coffey's not going to let him crawl all the way to Mandrews.
Well, the tag champs could have lost their title without being in, and Gibson, I think, realised that. And just when it looked like Webster's maybe getting a tag, Gibson comes in, turns it around again, and Gallus on the outside looking in.
I think Gibson's wasting too much time shouting at the opponents as Webster finally gets out, gets a tag to Mandrews.
Here comes Mandrews, and he's on fire, baby.
Taking out Gibson and Drake. Lovely kick to the back of the head of Gibson. Wheelbarrow into a roll-up, but turns it around and gets the tornado DDT on Drake. And now Gallus are in, and that just slows down Mandrews' momentum.
Oh my God, look at double axe smash, but that was beautiful by Mandrews.
Yeah, slides underneath on his knees, hits a lovely overhead kick. Take members of Gallus. And now Webster and Mandrews both flying through the air. One side taking out Gallus, the other side taking out the Grizzled Young Vets.
Well, you talk about bringing it here tonight, and I think Andrews and Webster have definitely pulled it here hard in Wales.
Lovely tandem high-flying offence from the two.
And now we can see a bit of double team, and Webster's got Mandrews.
An assisted 450 cover. But Drake's in to break up the pin attempt.
Webster thrown to the outside. James Drake now trying to wake up Gibson.
And starts stomping away at Mark Andrews, trying to get his partner back into this. Webster's perched up top. Takes out both members of the Grizzled Young Vets.
Now Mark Coffey, I think, gets a tag in the legal man. But Andrews and Webster attacking Drake, taking him off the ball. Here comes Mark Coffey now. Full Nelson slam on Webster. And your guys finally getting a bit of action in this match. Chopping Andrews down. Wolfgang's in.
Well, they're just trying to stay fresh for a bit. The catapult into the fireman's carry straight down into the Samoan drop. Scott Moen drop.
And he goes for the cover, but Andrews managing to kick out. And Wolfgang and Mark Coffey looking to put Webster away. And right at this moment, like I said, Grizzled Young Vets could lose their titles. Nowhere to be seen. And Webster, though, getting to his feet as Wolfgang picks up Andrews.
Webster jumps over the top of Wolfgang and Mandrews and takes down Mark Coffey. But Wolfgang catches Andrews. Andrews up on his shoulder. And the assisted reverse Rana. Andrews into the cover. 1, 2. No. Wolfgang just too strong and powerful, manages to kick out.
And what a knee into reverse Hurricane Runner. Wolfgang was spiked. Well,
you can see Webster just nearly started celebrating the victory before it even happened.
Well, that's the closest they come. Can they do it? Comes Webster again, going to fly outside to Drake.
Andrews up top. Oh no. Coffey pulling Wolfgang out and Gibson crutching Mandrews on the top.
And now Mark Coffey with Mandrews going up top.
It's going to be very painful for Mark Andrews.
And what's Mark trying to do? Suplex him on the outside.
Mark's trying to kill Mark.
A couple of Marks on top now, they're in trouble.
Hello, Mark Tardis.
Oh! Mark
Andrews
Coffey
fights out.
Mark Coffey lands at Wolfgang. Mandrew's still up there though.
Shooting star.
We're taking out Gallus and Zach Gibson. Holy bananas. What a move that was. Mandrew's putting everything on the line.
That's just exactly what the tag team titles means to him.
Well, Mandrew's throwing Gibson in. But it's James Drake's got the whole...
Gibson with a clothesline takedown.
And now Gibson now looking to end things. Well, there's chant, are you watching Vince McMahon? But here comes Gibson!
Into the stunner.
Stun Dog Millionaire. Webster now up top.
Swenton bomb.
Goes for the cover. One, two. Oh!
No, Gibson managing.
Hold your breath there. That was nearly it. James Durate pulling out Webster and Gibson. Rolling up Mandrew. He's got the tights.
So just a 2 count. 2.
And now Gibson's got all the Mandrews. Drake's in. Drop kick. Andrew looks out as Gibson holds him. And a corkscrew suplex.
450.
Gibson into Drake. The cover.
1, 2. No.
Yes.
Mandrew's managing to kick out.
And the crowd jumped to their feet. Their countryman's in there and he's still in this.
Webster Morgan flash and believe that he managed to get his shoulder up.
No, we still have no idea which way this is going to go. And now Grizzled Young Vets.
Well, Gallus have been very quiet.
They have been very quiet. I don't like that, but Grizzled Young Vets don't know what to do yet. Where are they at the moment? They've been taken out. Gibson tags in Drake.
They try and finally put Mandrews down for good, but Webster in for the save.
Webster got hit with a knee and then a forearm.
Webster takes them both down with a headbutt. Come on, Gallus.
Well,
your time to shine.
Here they come.
As if I commanded them to get up.
I command thee.
Rise.
And here they come.
A running senton takes Webster out. Drake gets thrown into the corner. Coffey's now the legal man. Gibson gets taken out. Uranagi planting him. And now it's just Gallus in to just pick apart Mandrews.
Wolfgang there managed to spring across over the top rope, then hit a spear. Mark Coffey just dumps Mandrews outside.
Mark Coffey with an assist from Wolfgang gets thrown over the top rope and takes down all 4 of the other competitors. Gallus are standing tall and they look dangerous.
Well, Mandrews legal man and he's in serious trouble now. And each match goes by, I think, how can I rate this higher than the last match? It's going to... Oh, my word. Wolfgang now picking him up.
Into a power slam. Webster rolling in.
And now look at them, taking their time.
1, 2... No, Webster in just in time to make the save. I think that was being a bit too cocky.
Or maybe been a bit too coffee. But Webster there showing he's got fight and determination himself as he's just getting beaten down by Gallus.
Grizzled Young Vets getting up on the apron, getting knocked down quickly by Gallus. And all 6 men in the ring. There's a huge slugfest. I think they're all targeting Gallus.
No, it's all broken down. It's a big brawl now.
But Gallus fighting out. They're definitely the fresher men in this match.
Oh my God! Wolfgang went to slingshot into Mark Coffey. And Webster hit what looked like a Canadian destroyer. Wolfgang now on Gibson's shoulders on the outside.
Drake takes him out. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well, Wolfgang's dead.
Well, Wolfgang's gone. And that is deserving of a holy shit.
Absolutely.
Well, the first one was a holy shit move with Webster.
Slingshot into a Canadian destroyer. It's like the Doomsday Device, but with a suicide drop thrown in there.
Well, I think that's Gallus out of the match now. But unfortunately, it leaves like maybe a 25% fit. Mandrews and Webster have been head to hell beaten out of them. And the Grizzled Young Vets will just go in Wales. And it's what ends with just these 2 teams. Mark Coffey is a legal guy. Oh.
He was a legal guy until Drake got the tag in.
And it's just the two teams. Which one will it work for? Here come Grizzled Young Vets. And now 4 men just talking to each other.
All getting psyched up, and now it's breaking down in the middle of the ring.
And it's on like Donkey Kong as Webster's thrown out by Gibson. You suplex him.
Oh! Double stun dog millionaire. Webster gets the tag in.
Can they take advantage? Webster now. Off the top. Oh my God, 630. 1, 2.
Oh! Yes, Gibson. Zach Gibson drags the referee out, begs for him not to be disqualified. But, James, how close was that?
Oh, that was too close. And now, Mandrew's over the top.
He gets taken out by Gibson.
Oh, no. Oh, Webster concentrating on Gibson. Can't see Drake coming in. Gibson gets a blind tag. Webster now going for the DDT. Gets caught by Drake.
Ticket to Mayhem connects.
And Gallus back to the feet, and he's telling James Drake to take him out. Going for the cover. Here comes Mandrews.
Shooting star.
Puts Webster on him. 1, 2, 3. Yes! And your new tag team champions in his hometown, Mark Andrews, alongside Flash, Morgan, Webster. What a moment. The hometown heroes win. Dan, what are your thoughts on that match?
I thought the match was absolutely brilliant. It was non-stop action between all 6 guys. I don't think Gallus really had much of an input in that match, to be fair.
No, they didn't really, no.
But no, it was a very good match and a good feel-good moment for the Welsh fans.
Without a doubt, and it's something that is great to see. And like I said, it opened the doors for Emporium later on as well, depending on how long. But what and they 2 guys brought it. Gallus, weren't involved that much, but everybody still brought it in this match. And a fantastic moment for British wrestling, and of course the first Welshman to hold WWE Gold now as well. And he'll go down in history, and Flash Morgan Webster will enjoy it. But what performance and what highlights we were going to show as well. Well, I thought it was over. And that's what you can tell. Every match on this TakeOver card has just got better and better and better. And it worries me now because we've still got 3 matches left. Predictions after that, I go 3-2 up as we head in. And we've still got, like we say, 3 more matches to go. But what a moment. Well done, Mandrews. And you love Mandrews as much as me. It's a great moment.
Absolutely, yeah. And I got to see not only a stun dog millionaire, but I got to see a double stun dog millionaire as well.
Well, Grizzled Young Vets won't be happy, but there'll be time to get retribution. At this moment, it's just time for Mandrews and Webster to enjoy themselves in Cardiff.
And they are indeed enjoying themselves.
I'm sure they'll party into the night. What a reaction.
Last man standing, wasn't it?
Up next, it's the last man standing match. It's going to be Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey. And after Gallus just lost the tag team matches, Joe Coffey is desperate for victory here tonight.
Representing Gallus, Joe Coffey.
It's my kingdom. Joe Coffey has said that everybody else is a pawn here in NXT UK. Gallus have been absolutely dominating NXT UK against all superstars apart from one.
Look at the pure size of Mastiff.
Dave Mastiff, the most dominant big man on the NXT UK brand.
To get to the top of NXT UK, I need to show my strength. I need to prove my strength.
Dave Mastiff, monolithic.
Everyone put down, put away by Mastiff.
One Mastiff, 1-on-1, top boy against top boy.
I think Joe Coffey has got a big mouth. Me and Joe can sort this out man to man. We'll have a little straightener, and Joe Coffey is going to get battered.
How about the bad blood brewing between these 2 superstars? Look at the strength of Dave Mastiff.
Mastiff is hurt, perhaps a liver shot.
Coffey going right to the body, knees to the midsection.
That is not going to make that liver feel any better.
What a clubbing forearm.
Caught him in the ear.
Oh no! His ear into the steel post. I don't think either you or I thought that these two superstars would destroy each other like they have done thus far. And the referee's at 9. Referee gets to 10. Go on, Joe. Mastiff said I still want to fight.
Joe Coffey and Dave Mastiff will indeed have a rematch, and that match will take place at NXT UK Takeover Cardiff.
This match will be last man standing. To prepare for Takeover Cardiff physically, doing the nasty, gritty stuff that nobody else wants to do, but I find necessary to be successful.
How am I going to put Dave Mastiff down for a 10 count? Do you know how many people in my life I've put out for a 10 count? You have to be a wee bit insane.
1, 2, 3. Stay down, Dave. Don't you dare think of getting up.
4, 5, 6.
It's still my kingdom.
I'll force you to stay down for that 10 count.
7,
8,
9,
10.
And it's been an interesting build-up because Joe Coffey has said he's dominant since Blackpool. And as we've seen, he's been beating near enough everybody. But someone the likes of Dave Mastiff has stepped up and said no more. Now, power-wise, Joe Coffey is a smaller guy to Dave Mastiff. But I think Joe Coffey is a better wrestler anyway. But it's been an interesting build to see what happens. These two men had a match in NXT UK where it was double count-out. And that's the reason why it's last man standing here tonight. But Dan, who have you gone for in this match?
Well, James, I went for him in the last match and they didn't come off. But I'm going for Joe Coffey because Joe is no joke.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Joe Coffey now with the match positioned afterwards as well. But still, I'm going to go because I think that Walter, spoiler alert for maybe later on these challenges, and I think there's none bigger than Dave Mastiff, who I think is going to win this match. And he's unbeaten at takeovers at the moment. He beat Eddie Dennis, which Joe Coffey hasn't won, so that's made me think maybe he needs a victory. What are your reasons for Joe?
I'm just thinking Joe's kind of like a younger guy and Dave Mastiff is the sort to put him over and help push him back to that next level. So hopefully this is my chance to get back into the predictions runnings.
You're out of doubt straight away. There you go. That's why takeovers have been so close this year as well. Lots it's free at the moment, and each one of us has won and been in positions even throughout the night as well. So this is a huge chance for Joe Coffey to hopefully lose and cement my run still. But here comes the bomber Dave Mastiff. I don't like him, but I've gone for him, goddammit. Come on, big bomber. The Butlins bomber Dave Mastiff. Come on. Don't get me wrong, I won't say it to his face. Alright, keys to victory then. And what does Joe Coffey want to do if he wants to put down a big bad Dave Mastiff?
Well, he just needs to bring the same energy he brought when he was going toe-to-toe with Pete Dunne for the NXT UK Championship. We've seen him, he took Dunne to the limit. And, if he can do at least half of that to Dave Mastiff, he stands in good stead of standing up at the end of this match.
I think what Dave Mastiff needs to do is put away Joe Coffey and put away early. I think the longer the match goes, I think Joe Coffey's in tremendous shape. And with Mastiff, I've got questions. So, I'm hoping Mastiff can get through and get the job done.
Mastiff is breathing very heavily and he's just walked to the ring.
Yeah, and he also had a couple of digestive biscuits in his pocket, which I didn't really like, but maybe he can get the job done for me. Maybe he's going to crumble Joe Coffey. Oh, what a horrible outfit Joe Coffey's wearing.
That's the outfit of winners.
Well, Dave Mastiff's not waiting for Joe Coffey to get down as he waddles to him.
Well, Joe's got a chain in his hand. Dave ducks it and hits a few huge right hands of his own.
Two big men, if they're going to go at it, just hit each other with massive power moves and get it on. And this is what we're seeing in the early going.
And Dave's got Joe in trouble already.
Dave and Joe, good names. And now both men just forearms in the middle of the ring. And the crowd now just try and get over the fact that you've just seen the Hometown Heroes win. They've got a huge last man standing match. There's Joe now bringing the right hands and the lefts. Just going assault and down in Mastiff. We've not really seen that with just strikes. Grabs the beard.
Well, Mastiff with a fireman's carry. Joe managing to fight off. Trying to Irish whip him, but you're not going to drag Mastiff into a corner.
Oh, my prediction is this match won't last long as Dave Mastiff
holy shit!
Joe Coffey into the corner.
An Irish whip with such velocity, they've broken the ring.
And I don't know if that was planned or not, but fuck me.
That looked awesome.
That did. The impact. Oh my God. Well, Dave Mastiff nearly killed Joe Coffey. And now
he's using a turnbuckle to beat Coffee with.
Well, hopefully they fix that by the main event, but turnbuckle comes off, and where is Dave Master going to put that extension?
I don't want to know, but he's using it just to take the life out of Coffee.
And whilst it was in his mouth, just slammed into the canvas. Now, Dave Master went for the German, but Joe Coffey blocked it. And now Joe, who likes to be agile, can't really use that top.
Comes charging in towards Mastiff. I don't think that was planned.
Oh, no, that's a shame. I don't think the top rope thing was planned, to be fair.
No?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it looked good, but...
Well, it looks like the buckle was quite loose, because that's normally got a metal bar going through it, so...
But why would he try that in the corner if he knew it weren't going to work? I mean...
I think he slipped on the rope that was dangling.
Well, he did slip at Takeover Blackpool as well against Pete Dunne. And now Joe's trying to fight back into the second rope. I'm surprised no one's come in to try and fix it.
Would you want to get in a ring with them two mastodons going at it?
Well, I'd say to him, look, to go outside, quit the brawl outside, and we'll fix the fucking ring for you.
Unless it was planned. I mean, it only takes a cable tie to put it together. And I mean, you want something good and you want something memorable. Remember that match between Mastiff and Coffey where they broke the ring?
Yeah, to be fair. To be sure. God.
A huge German release throws Coffey outside.
And Dave might be able to do dive over the second rope.
I think I might need to break another one, to be fair.
Mastiff now going the outside and...
Coffey cutting him off, slamming Dave back first into the ring apron and throwing him into barricade. Oh, now we've not got a kendo stick. Now in Britain we use pool cues.
Well, let's hope he doesn't go for the difficult...
Doesn't want to pot the brown.
Yeah, exactly. And now Joe Coffey's going to go camping.
Well, he's got a bag of Gallus tools there. Have we got pool balls?
If it's Gallus' stuff, it might have iron brew in it.
A couple of haggis.
Buckfast.
We got balls, cricket bat, baking trays. What else have we got? Oh, we got tables.
I don't know if Joe Coffey seriously hurt himself, but he's taken an age to sort this table out. And now finally sets it against barricade.
Mastiff coming in to try and shut him off, but gets caught with a big boot. Oh, fuck, I hope he didn't land on one of them snooker balls.
I think his ball landed in the back. It was 4 balls there, and now there's only 1. So, he's got a cricket bat. How's that? Let's hope he don't hit his googly.
For a 4, but Coffey ducks it. Cuts Mastiff off.
Right, try to hit him for 6.
He got the snooker cue again. Oh, and that gets snapped over the back of Mastiff.
I don't know how if people know how difficult it is to break a snooker cue, but Mastiff's back just broke one itself. And now Joe Coffey got his cue in hand.
Trying to spear it into the midsection of Mastiff, who just catches it. Clocks him with a huge left hand. He's going back to the cricket bat. Oh, no.
Oh!
Fuck me! He just snapped a cricket bat over the back of Coffey.
Oh, my. Well, you won't want to mess with Dave. Oh, no, he's not going to do it again, surely.
Don't call me Shirley, but he does.
On that,
shit.
That is fucked up. I mean, it's been a bit of a clusterfuck, but that is just vicious offence.
Oh, Dave Mastiff surely is bringing it.
And the table there set up. Joe Coffey just gets thrown towards it. And this could be the end of Joe Coffey. Dave Mastiff come running in. Joe managing to leapfrog him. And now Spear.
Oh, sends Mastiff through the table that he set up earlier. It's going to take a lot to keep these fucking big hosses down.
Well, the thing is, Mastiff's got the advantage. You just roll to his side.
Yeah, and he's up on his feet.
Go on, Dave, roll. You can do it, Dave.
You got to roll with it.
Come on. That's it. He's back. He's back up. He's fine.
Coffey's got a chain wrapped round his fist. Oh, German release. That's got to have winded him.
Well, right on those wave thin mats. How thin are those mats?
Those mats are just mere millimetres thick over pure hard concrete. And in England, the concrete is a lot harder.
Yeah.
Just like the kendo pool cues.
And the fucking cricket bats.
Yeah, we don't get baking trays over here. Now Mastiff's got a chain wrapped round his hand. Oh, shit.
And he's just whipping Joe Coffey. This is something that we haven't, again, every match has been completely different. It doesn't mean this match is good, but this is, I just can't take my eyes off it. And I'm cheering Coffey now because he's getting the piss beaten out of him. I don't think I would ever feel sorry for Joe Coffey, but I do. Referee counting now, and I don't think he should get back to his feet.
I do.
You do. I don't think he should.
I think Dave should just lay down.
Yeah, go home, get you a cup of tea.
Have a quick nap. Have a cup of coffee.
That's how big Dave Mastiff, he eats a cup of tea. He's got it up on a barricade.
Well, Dave Mastiff is getting his own table set up on the outside now. Going back to his trusty chain.
That's the chain that Coffee brought into the match.
The Coffee's got it wrapped round his hand. I don't think you're going to do well in a tug of war against Mastiff.
And Coffee fighting with everything he's got. And Dave just letting go.
Oh, Dave's coming charging in. Coffee's barely to his feet.
Oh!
Cannonball! Jesus.
Dave, yes, mate. Right, your job tonight, can you go out and kill Joe Coffey? I think I can, mate. Yeah, all right, see you later. I mean, fucking hell.
Jesus.
Coffey's got to have internal bleeding.
Joe Coffey's got to be fucking dead.
Joe Coffey is... We'll see how much more punishment he takes, but...
Oh, yeah.
He's not doing great. He's not doing great at the moment. If there's a big stunt to end him here...
As far as the Johnny Gargano award, he's certainly a front runner for that. I mean, just having Dave Mastiff's arse in your face. That's as much punishment as a man should ever be able to take in his life.
Mastiff got the chair, but Coffey just is blocking it with his back.
Joe he tried coming across with a chain and hitting Mastiff, but he got blocked. The chair to the back.
I know I haven't gone through my predictions, but I want Coffey to win now. This is just... And if I was that fan behind Coffey, I would worry. Mastiff now looking to decapitate him. This will be the end.
Coffey punches the chair out of Mastiff's hand. Hits a rolling lariat with that chain-wrapped hand. Now both men are down. If I was in that crowd, I'd help pick Coffey up. Right, come on, have a go.
Yeah, if I was in that crowd, I'd get 12 of us to help Mastiff up. Mastiff now starting to get to his feet.
Leaning against barricade.
Yep, and here comes Joe Coffey. Bye-bye, Mastiff. Oh, no. Mastiff just coming out of it and saying, bring it on. I've got 2 chairs. What you got?
Well, Coffey just dropped his chain because he wanted a fist fight. Mastiff throws him a chair, says, let's have a sword fight with chairs.
Well, let's make sure they're in a safe position because they've done a battle here in Coffey.
Are we going to see a joust with chairs?
I don't think we've ever seen a chair joust before, but I think here we go. Very first time.
Oh! Shit! Both men with chairs just ran towards each other. And it was like the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
It's going to be one of the fucking funniest things I've seen. The bounce off Coffey. They're 20 feet from each other now.
They're even further away than they started.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what else they can do.
Oh, both men are back to their feet.
Oh, I'm on each other again. Oh, no.
Oh, Coffey fell over.
Oh, my God, that's funny. And now here comes Massive, but no!
Coffey with a sidestep, sending Dave into barricade.
Oh, well, Mastiff near the barricade, but here comes Coffey!
Oh, hip tossed over. Grazed the announce table.
Hey, alright, we're going through the announce table, and he manages to not hit. Oh my God, this is sickening.
Well, Mastiff is rearranging the furniture now.
Because if Coffey didn't go through the announce table first, he's going to go through it second. Oh, Big Dave and Coffey using the barricade to get to his feet. And they're both getting on the announce table. Nigel McGuinness is running away. Oh, Mastiff now looking to put away Coffey.
Got him up on his back. Rolling senton. But the table didn't collapse.
Oh, no, man. That ain't right. Go on, Mastiff. Just roll. Just roll off the announce table. You're on it. Coffey's still down at 8.
Oh, he's back up to his feet.
Oh.
And both men are an announce table apart.
And where's Coffey going now? Just going away?
Was he just trying to run away?
Oh, my God.
Both men are on a staging area behind the announce table.
This could be the end for either men right now. Coffey's got nowhere to run.
But he's standing face to face with Mastiff.
Now forearm strikes up above the lights. And now Coffey's got the advantage. He's going to throw Mastiff off the fucking stage.
Mastiff looking to throw Coffey.
Now Mastiff trying to suplex Coffey, but he's not having it. And Coffey's got Mastiff.
Oh! Both men falling off the staging area through a couple of tables.
Oh my gosh. Well, can either man get to the feet if they win? If they do, then surely they win.
Don't call me Shirley. But I think Coffey has had far too much punishment throughout his match.
Roll, Mastiff. Roll, that's it, son. Oh my God, they're just lead pipes and all the setting there. Just coming down. Mastiff and Kofi just trying to grab onto something to get to the feet.
Coffey's up.
At 9.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Dave was using a box to help himself get up. Coffee kicked it away from him. Mastiff unable to count.
And Joe Coffey wins. Well, what an absolute clusterfuck that was. But I think... That, as in, it was. It just threw just everything at this... We had two men running each other with chairs in this one. I mean, it was just something unlike... Again, nothing we have seen on this show. But in a way, I loved it. What are your thoughts?
That was an absolute... I loved it. It was completely different from a normal WWE last man standing match. You know, one of the first moves the fucking ring broke, and the amount of punishment Coffey took, it is fucking unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And Mastiff still looked like he came out top because, like you said, the punishment he took with the ring break and the early going, it started off as it meant to go on, and like I said, it's a couple of crazy things off the top as well. Credit to Dave Mastiff for putting this performance. I didn't think he could, and he actually has.
Does this put him back up in your estimation?
It does put me. He just needs to sort his look out now. But Mastiff was. I mean, it's just fun. Look at a guy that size just trying to kill Joe Coffey. I mean, how can you not like it? But what a match was. It means prediction-wise, you get a point. So it's 3-all, no perfect score, as we've got 2 matches left. And I feel this way now that we haven't gone that much different. We shall see what happens. But amazing matchup between these two men here. And Mastiff still down, and Coffey gets the victory. But he knows he's in the world. I think there'll be a lot of mutual respect between these two, even if it's not shown.
Most definitely, yeah. Props to both men. I mean, Dave, he can deliver one hell of a fucking beating. But it was the intelligence of Coffey that came in this match.
So, all that's left, we've got 2 matches left. And up next, it is the women's title on the line. And Kaylee Ray looks to beat the NXT UK Women's Champion, Toni Storm, in a match that has become ever so personal. But we see Tegan Knox in the crowd as well. And of course, the Welsh woman who got injured last year before the Mae Young Classic, looking to make a statement in NXT UK. But up next, it is the women's title on the line. And it's Toni Storm versus Kaylee Ray. Let's have a look at a promo.
Is Toni Storm going to be crowned champion tonight?
I really want to become the NXT UK Women's Champion. And I want to prove why. This is Toni time.
It's the biggest match of her career. Storm Zero connects! Toni Storm, the new NXT UK Women's Champion.
Look what I got.
This young lass from Australia is going to do everything to hold him to that title.
Who is next in line to challenge Toni Storm? This is Kaylee Ray.
What makes Kaylee Ray the best woman in NXT UK? It's because I'm smart. I'm here to pick my moment.
The first ever NXT UK Women's Battle Royal. The winner earns a guaranteed opportunity at the NXT UK Women's title. Kaylee Ray victorious.
I'm here to make sure that no one forgets the name Kaylee Ray ever again. Me and Toni Storm have travelled a lot of places. We have been all over the UK and Europe, and we had some of the best times that two friends could have. She was a big sister to me, and I needed that because I had nobody. And when I found out Kaylee was coming to NXT UK, I can't even tell you how happy I was. But then, it's just not what I thought it would be. She's definitely not the same Kaylee that I've always known. Spending so much time with Toni, it gives you that slight advantage that you know exactly how to get underneath their skin.
I have my championship opportunity. NXT UK Takeover in Cardiff. From now until then, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Something just changed. It's disappointing. It makes me sad.
Kaylee Ray doing exactly what she needs to do to get inside the head of the NXT UK Women's Champion.
I can guarantee that no one knows Toni Storm better than I do.
You are the reason that we don't talk anymore. You are the reason that none of your family call you anymore. And you are the reason that when you were just a little girl, your own father, he walked away from you and abandoned your...
It's been hard, the road has been bumpy. So I mean it when I say that being NXT UK Women's Champion is the most important thing in my life. Takeover, I'll be ready for Kaylee Ray.
The Women's Championship will be on the line, and will Tony's time be up?
At Takeover Cardiff, I know that I'm taking that championship off of Tony Storm.
So we've seen the promo. Dan, what are your thoughts of the build-up and the rivalry between the two?
Well, again, it certainly makes for very good storytelling. You know, both these women, they've been very good friends in the past. Kaylee Ray has been by Tony Storm's side for a while. But, you know, all good friendships must come to an end.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing with Kaylee Ray. She's come in, not many people know about. She's a veteran of the business. She's been there and done that. And this is a match you weren't that looking forward to on the kickoff. But I feel tonight they can really make an impact here. I think two great athletes. Prediction-wise in this one, though, I do like Kaylee Ray, but I can't deny the power of...
Well, I think there's going to be a Stormer coming tonight, and Storm is going to pick it.
So Storm now is ready to challenge Kaylee Ray, but Kaylee Ray looks confident as she gets ready for the champion to come out here. Talk about keys to victory. I think Tony Storm just needs to be beaten down a little bit, make a comeback, hit Storm Zero, job done, really.
Absolutely, yeah, just a classic Tony Storm match, really.
We've seen some great performances here tonight, though. Can Kaylee Ray put a great performance against Tony Storm, who is ever popular here on NXT? And like I said, main roster ready. She looks ready as she comes out here with adoring fans in Cardiff. Of course, beat women's title, but Kaylee Ray's laser focused. We talk about going underneath someone's skin. That's what Kaylee Ray has tried to do with Tony Storm. But Tony Storm will be ready as we get the introductions.
Well, for someone that's going head-to-head with AEW and NJPW, how do you think NXT UK's faring up so far?
We talked about it on the live show about hitting it out of the park, and they've done it so far. I'm just trying to catch my breath a little bit afterwards. See, I thought after the high of the tag team match, and then that kind of last man standing came from nowhere, and I hate to use the expression.
No, James. Nothing comes out of nowhere but an RKO, and that is it. As good as that match was.
Well, let's see if the women can deliver here now. The bell rings and Kaylee Ray gets out of the ring straight away.
So the match that you wasn't too struck on was obviously the Mastiff Coffee match.
Yeah.
And that delivered, so hopefully the match I'm not too struck on should deliver. And you can already see the mind game starting. Kaylee Ray dives straight out the ring, up to a 4 count with the referee.
And Kaylee Ray just using a bit of intelligence.
Well, she knows she's pushed the right buttons with Storm, and Storm is very pissed off. So she wants to kind of frustrate her and turn that anger that Storm's got into frustration before she gets into the ring with her, and I think she's doing exactly that.
Oh!
But as I say that, Storm comes flying out of the ring straight into Kaylee.
And she just wants the hands on Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray, low, striking ability, trying to fight back from Tony. And now Storm just grabs hold of her. A fury of shots to the head. That's what happens when you mention Tony Storm's family.
And Storm windmilling in, but you can see Tony's got that right shoulder taped up heavily. So would that be a bullseye for Kaylee?
Look that way there. Kaylee Ray held on to it, trying to send Tony Storm to the barricade. Tony managed to reverse it, throws Kaylee Ray back in.
Looking for the Storm Zero, but Ray comes out with a slap, and Storm responds with a flurry of slaps of her own.
And now Tony Storm, just vicious. Kaylee Ray kicking in the midsection, trying to get away. Irish whip reversed. Sends Kaylee Ray into the corner. Huge forearm shot to the face. And this is a much more Tony Storm than we're accustomed to.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're down with the kicks, the referee counted, but it doesn't matter. Tony Storm, she gets disqualified, she keeps hold of her title. It's Kaylee Ray. She needs to beat Tony Storm, and that was nice then. Hit her in the midsection and a kick right into the face of Storm. And that's what Kaylee Ray's got. A little bit on the legs, a little bit of reach. And now just hanging Tony Storm up on that second rope. So it's been we talk about another thing about NXT Takeover, and about especially tonight that I quite like, is the different kind of nationalities we've seen. Again in this match we've got an Australian going against a Scot. So it's not all just kind of like, English or even, in that way.
No, and it's not typically European either.
We've seen a New Zealander and an Australian here tonight, and of course we've got an Austrian and an Englishman in the main event. Right now it's Storm who's struggling a little bit, and Kaylee Ray. He's got inside Toni Storm's head and played the mind games off perfectly. And now he's got Toni Storm kind of knocked off at this moment in time. Kaylee Ray's laser focus, goes for the suplex. Inverted, takes out Storm, goes for the cover. Only gets a 2. But we've seen this countless times with Toni Storm matches, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah. Toni Storm, she gets beaten down the majority of the match. Comes back with a flurry in the end and gets the victory. So do you reckon
if Kaylee Ray does pull out a shock upset, do you reckon that puts Piper Niven instead for a title shot?
I've Toni Storm, how much more can she do in NXT UK? Apart from, being champion. Will we see it with Pete Dunne, in a rematch, yeah, maybe yes. But maybe it's time for other people, especially with the roster being so racked. I would have no problem seeing Toni Storm in NXT.
But then we've also got the likes of Ginny and, what's her name?
Jazzy Gabert there to challenge Toni Storm, so she's still got a couple of competitors left.
Yeah, I think without doubt, and we saw Kaylee Ray there slapping Toni Storm. That brought Storm to life and responded with a flurry of her own. Kaylee Ray trying to come off the second rope. Storm caught her.
A lovely German release. Now Storm's trying to shake some life back into her shoulder. Hits a lariat.
And now Storm screams and tries to build some momentum. Can she put Kaylee Ray away?
Yes.
Here we go, going for the Storm Zero.
But LeRae drop into one leg.
Managing to chop block. Storm picks her up. Looking for that gory bomb.
The Storm rolls through with a lovely sunset flip. But Ray managing to kick out. And you can tell these two women are together.
Without a doubt, you can see everything looks like it should. Everything's on point. The crowd might be a little bit tired at this point in time, but I think these two women can get them back on side as Kaylee Ray looked to surprise Storm.
Only getting a 2 count.
2.
Storm with a headbutt. Storm 0.
Hits it.
1, 2.
Oh, my God. Well, Tony hit her finisher move, but Kaylee Ray managed to kick out. And Storm's got to think, I've just given my best shot, and the woman won't lay down. Well, I can't believe it. I think even the crowd are a little bit shocked by that, and Storm now kicking away at Kaylee Ray. There's no doubt she's tough.
Hit it again, Tony. He's trying to jaw. Second.
Hits her up. Gory bomb. That's it. Kaylee Ray's finisher. 1, 2.
No. Storm managing to kick out.
And both women know each other so well. They try and finish each other early on. Can't get the job done.
No, both women have escaped the other's finisher. Now what can they do now to put them away?
Well, they're a stalemate. This is what they've got to try and think.
Do you reckon the nerves are going to get to Kaylee Ray after a while, though? Because Toni Storm, she's done takeovers before. She's had big matches before. This is Kaylee Ray's first opportunity.
Well, it's Kaylee Ray's opportunity, but she is a veteran, so she won't let it overawe her. But the thing is, she can't let Toni Storm get any momentum back into this match now. If she's got her rocked, do not let her back in. If she sets her up on the top rope, maybe a suplex attempt after wailing away for a little bit. She's trying to turn her around now. Storm blocking it, though. And Storm is going to try and hit Storm Zero off the top. Go on.
Do it. Kaylee Ray fighting out.
Holding on for dear life. Like I said, it's the biggest opportunity of her life.
Storm with a sunset flip. Lands on her feet. German suplex.
And I don't think Toni Storm can take advantage. Now she finally goes over for the cover.
1, 2. No. The ropes.
And I mentioned earlier she looked like... And it came into effect there. As you see a replay. Great agility by Storm and power. And now again with the kicks.
And Storm looking to go flying through the second and bottom rope. And yes, James, have you noticed they have fixed the ring?
Oh, yeah, the ring is fixed, yeah. We didn't even question that when it happened, but I guess that was part of the show then. And Kaylee Ray...
Do you reckon that's what they was doing when they was fighting in the aisles and up by the announce table?
Yeah. Now Kaylee Ray's going to use it to see the ropes look pretty sturdy now. Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ, she runs up the ropes and just takes out Storm.
I talk about Jeff Hardy-esque, and it's Jeff Hardy's birthday today. He'll be watching saying, that's something I would do. As Kaylee Ray just flings herself.
Drunk.
And Kaylee Ray sends Toni Storm in, and she is all cattywampus at the moment. Can Kaylee Ray put her away? No. Storm fighting off with a headbutt. Super kick by Kaylee Ray. And now she's going to look for the second gory bomb.
Oh, over the top rope. Storm bounces back for the third time now. Hits the gory bomb.
1, 2, 3.
I was expecting a kick out.
The fans are in shock.
I'm in shock.
Kaylee Ray, you can hear the crowd reaction. There is none. Kaylee Ray has shown up on NXT UK with, we both gave her no chance whatsoever, and she has shocked the world here tonight.
And the WNR.
Dan, what are your thoughts on that match?
I think, compared to the others, it was quite a short match. But it wasn't any less full of action and I don't know, you could tell these both women were gunning for each other, and Kaylee Ray's kind of like, you know, as well as pushing the buttons with Storm, her hesitance to get in the ring and trying to rile her up even more as Storm eventually comes flying out the ring. And, you know, aside from exchanging their finishers as well, which is always a good way, you know, heated rivalries is good, but a gory bomb bounce over the second rope, then a second gory bomb to the mat, and Toni Storm is done.
But I think that might be the shortest match that we have, even with the opener. And I think it's the problem with the match is its positioning. Yes, in NXT events, the women's is always co-main. But when the crowd have seen so much so far, this match probably not going to have the same impact as it would early on down the card, you know? So I think there's a problem. But Toni Storm was lost, and Kaylee Ray is champion. And for all your yes, the match maybe didn't deliver as all. Again, it wasn't a bad match by any means. And Kaylee Ray is your new women's champion as Toni Storm is in tears. Did you ever think you'd see the day there?
I honestly didn't know, you know. But then again, it is, you know, I want something from a pay-per-view that is going to shock me and just put me completely off my game. And that is something, you know. Mandrew's winning, yeah, it is a shock, and it is a kind of like an expected good shock.
Yeah.
Whereas Kaylee Ray winning, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, no one saw it coming. But does that give hope? There's been 2 new champions tonight, and our final match is for the NXT UK Championship. And Tyler Bate will be hoping everything is on his side as he looks to face Volta for the NXT UK Championship. And let's have a look at the promo.
Walter with the splash! Walter is the new WWE United Kingdom Champion!
This title is mine!
Marcel Martel, Fabian Eichner!
What is going on here?
We are here to lead you to a better NXT UK.
We shall be known as Imperium.
Oh, wait a second.
British strong style, the founding fathers of NXT UK, has heard enough.
We created this platform, and this is still the house that British strong style built.
This is our brand!
What the? That's Alexander Wolf!
A 4th member of Imperium!
The balance of power has drastically shifted in favor of Imperium.
This match is sacred!
Oh, there goes Tyler Bate! This quartet has destroyed the pillars of this brand.
I really want to know who is left to challenge the Ring General at Takeover Cardiff.
Oh, wait just a minute. Nigel, is he here? Oh, there's Bate. Oh, Tyler Bate is here. Bate slugging on the champion, unloading on Walter.
Walter, you want a challenger for Takeover Cardiff? Well, now you've got one. You will defend the WWE United Kingdom Championship against Tyler Bate!
I just got exactly what I came for. Walter, you thought that you could embarrass me and put me on the shelf?
Big strong boy indeed!
I will not let you disrespect that title anymore.
Find Tyler Bate and tell him I see him in the ring.
Can Bate restore order to NXT UK?
I'm going to embarrass you and make you look novice from NXT UK Takeover Cardiff.
If you're man enough, I dare you to meet the Ring General face to face.
1-on-1. And I become the first ever 2-time WWE UK champion.
So the build up to this, I mean, where do you start? You can start NXT Takeover Blackpool, the very first time the UK had a takeover, and Walter debuted by staring face to face with Pete Dunne. You can look at NXT Takeover in New York, where Walter beat Pete Dunne for the NXT UK Championship after a reign of 700 days. You can have a look at the recent taping of NXT UK when Imperium finally made their debut. Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel with Walter. You can, and then from there it's gone from British Strong Style to Imperium. I think, Dan, it's been one of the best stories told in WWE recently.
Absolutely, yeah. It's evolved around Imperium and British Strong Style, which is a very good way of delivering a story. The surprise inclusion of Alexander Wolf as well, joining the ranks of Imperium. It has been a very, very well told story.
That's why I think it's been the best. It's got me hooked to want to see what happens every week. I am upset maybe that Pete Dunne is not involved in the match, but with the story told of Bate being taken out and then Trent Seven getting absolutely destroyed and then Bate coming back, it was a pleasant surprise.
Can I just say that Vince McMahon has tweeted and he said, "I heard you, Cardiff. I'm watching and you are loud." Hashtag NXT UK Takeover. So a good shout out to Vince McMahon's publicity team there.
And let's hope he's still watching when it comes to the main event. Of course, it's Tyler Bate versus this man. Oh no. So prediction-wise, Dan, who have you gone for in this match?
Well, James, I have gone for... And new champions are going to stop here because I've gone for... Walter!
I too have gone Walter in this match. So we've both gone Walter, so that means we've got a draw. But what a brilliant reception for Tyler Bate. And will he be showing any nerves? Will he? Fuck. What do you think, Dan? Do you think he looks confident here tonight?
He does look confident as he twiddles his moustache and strikes a pose. Tyler Bate deserves to be here. He deserves to be in this matchup against Walter.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And it means that we're both going to draw, so it's 4-4 with NXT. So we'll head to the next one. But what does Tyler Bate have to do if he wants to beat Walter here tonight, do you reckon?
Well, hopefully he's been talking a lot to Pete Dunne and trying to learn from his mistakes. He needs to have watched all of Walter's takes, and I hope he's eaten enough seeds and nuts and vegetables.
Well, Tyler Bate's here, and he doesn't look overawed. The very first NXT UK champion is here to make a statement.
But he does need to be the Tyler Bate that came out and attacked Walter. He wants to come straight out the blocks, bring it to Walter, and just completely destroy the Austrian.
And this is what we're waiting for, Tyler Bate. All the talk, the mustached fellow will be in action. Oh, fuck, did he kill him? And Walter coming out here alone with that Imperium.
He's all we need.
Yeah, and we will. Well, the undefeated Walter stares right at Tyler Bate.
Is he staring at him or through him?
Well, Bate is not moving either way, and that's more impressive than ever. And what a champion he's been. Look at this, face to face.
Wow.
Well, David versus Goliath, and Walter looks as confident as Tyler Bate here tonight.
Well, let's just hope David bought his slingshot.
Well, Walter's out, the dominant champ, as we get the introductions. And just the two men in the shadows. And Tyler Bate looks ready.
Do you reckon he should join a
Dudley? But another thing I love, not only about their stables, like Imperium and British Strong Style, but even their kind of taunts and their kind of, their signature moves with Walter with the arms, hands behind the back. Tyler Bate with the moustache, it's all cool, man.
Even Noam Dar and his pinky power.
Yeah. I just talk about just these two guys, but even in NXT UK overall, when we see the gold gleaming, and we've made it this far in the NXT
now that
UK.
Looks like a proper championship belt as well.
Oh, well, it is. It's one of the. It's in my top 3 titles. It's awesome. This match is great. It's what we're waiting for. As the bell rings and these two titans going at it, we've been speaking for about 4 hours about this, and finally we're going to get a chance to see this match. As the bell rings and Bate knows, and he's got the whole crowd behind him. And first bit of contact, collar and elbow tie-up, and it's Walter who gets the advantage. Breaking, going for the chop. Bate realises, and then a low kick, and he's seen what the smaller guys have done for Walter with that leg, and Bate knows he's got to do it. Of course, we talked about his diet and nutrition earlier. And I think he's going to have more in the tank than Walter will. So maybe the plan is to stay in there as long as possible. Walter now closing down with that big frame. Grabs hold of the hand, and Bate Lowe's got that strong, the British style. Walter Lowe got that fucking vice-like grip. Lowe grabs the head. Bate has to go off to the top rope, grabs hold of it.
Ducks a strike of Walter, hits a couple of kicks before running away.
Well, exactly what Bate did just a minute ago. He's got the strategy in. Stick and move.
The crowd definitely are firmly behind Tyler Bate, chanting his name, trying to give him everything they've got.
Now both men just locking again.
Walter just powering Tyler Bate down, though, to one knee. But Bate doing his best to fight back.
And then just twisting Bate's body as he goes back.
Back, shoulders to the mat, but Tyler Bate bridging out. Walter trying to push him down. But Tyler Bate, the core strength of him.
He supported the 300 pounds of Walter, and now he's trying to fight back up.
Powering his way back to his feet.
And this is what Bate's all about. Big, strong boy.
Tyler turning it round, hanging Walter up over the rope. Elbow to the jaw.
Oh, Bate on the break. And he is boxing Walter at the moment.
It's definitely speed overcoming power so far.
But Walter just takes up so much space. Grabs hold of Bate. Back in the corner. And a big forearm shot. But Bate responds with a couple of his own.
Yeah, Tyler giving as good as he's getting. Goes down over a few kicks. Headlock takedown by the big Austrian though.
And that is what Tyler Bate didn't want. And finally Walter's got control. Just got complete hold of Tyler Bate in the centre of the ring.
Taking the match to his own pace.
There's no doubt the championship match, well, Bate has got to beat Walter, not the other way around. Walter just likes it that way.
So do you think if Walter can do this, that he's going to do it without his Imperium boys, as he has done
I think,
throughout?
Yeah, I think in Walter's mind, as you've seen, going attacking the people in the performance centres around the world who look like Tyler Bate, you know, he thinks he can beat Bate. Bate's not good enough to be in the same ring. I think that's what Tyler Bate's got proof tonight to Walter in his eyes, that he belongs to be in the ring with him.
But do you think that's just Walter's way of diminishing what Tyler Bate stands for and what he is?
I think without doubt both men are playing mind games with each other. You know, Tyler Bate's only 22, but he's still very intelligent as well. And there's no doubt Walter won't underestimate what Tyler Bate can do in the ring. But just with his front face lock, it just drains the power of Tyler Bate. And when the match goes on later on, you think how much energy Bate will have left. Even Walter sees the nuts, but he's managing to pick up Walter, deadlifting him up. Only just for a second though, as Walter keeps hold of submission. Bate managing to put Walter off into the ropes. And just that, big shoulder block. Walter picks him up, powerbomb. Bate landed on his feet. Going to go for the Tyler driver, but again pushing Bate off, who lands on his feet in his own, blocks him.
Comes charging back with a shoulder block. Walter jumping over Bate. Tyler with the slam. Walter immediately back up to his feet, but just shoved out the ring by Bate.
Well, it's speed and power and aggression, all from Tyler Bate. He sends Walter out and says, "This is me standing firm in the ring." And the crowd definitely behind him. And what a great exchange there by both men. Classic stuff.
Absolutely, and I think he's got Walter rocked at the moment.
Well, Walter's definitely off his game, there's no doubt about that. He's going to come in, and Bate's trying to take advantage straight away.
Running towards him with a couple of drop kicks. The third gets blocked by Walter though. I think he's had enough of Tyler Bate's game. Scoop slam, but Bate wraps his legs around Walter's arm, preventing the slam. So Walter just runs him back first into the turnbuckle. Bate with a backslide though. Hurricane Run, a takedown, and Walter again going back outside to Sanctuary. It's not going to stop Tyler Bate though. He gets up ahead of steam, dives out, but gets caught by Walter.
Oh!
And that's the money shot.
Oh no, the powerbomb! Oh, that's
to
it.
the edge of the ring apron.
Well, that took Tyler Bate out before.
Well, Walter's just slapped Bate's heart to the back of his chest and then powerbombed it back to the front.
Well, unfortunately for Bate, the injury sustained before, and this doesn't look good. And Walter knew exactly what he was doing, and Bate, with all the good work that he's done in these opening few moments, has just been turned around now. Walter with a big boot just sending Tyler Bate off the apron. And you don't usually see Walter going in for the kill. And I think he smells blood in the early game. Tyler Bate trying to fight back now with a couple of forearms. But it's Walter with the power. But he does seem a little rocked in the early going as he sends Bate into barricade.
Big boot. Tyler Bate nearly going over barricade. Now Walter setting up for another powerbomb against the ring post this time.
Oh!
Fuck.
Well, Bate's back in the head. And that was dangerous. That could be it. Walter is dominant. We shouldn't have questioned him. Yeah, Tyler Bate started off quickly, but just like that, job done.
We've got a trainer out here.
And Bates saying to the doctors, "No, hold on, I've still got this." There's a time and a place, maybe with your career on the line. You don't want to risk it.
Crowd chanting, "Big strong boy," trying to help Tyler Bate get back into this.
The question is how much more punishment can Tyler Bate take before his back eventually breaks.
Indeed, yes. And will we see Trent Seven coming down and throwing the towel in for his big strong boy?
At this moment in time, I think that'd be the best course of action. Referee really needs to have a go. We want to see Tyler Bate. He's only 22. We don't want to see the end of this.
Absolutely.
And Walter is just... I tell you what the scary thing is, where Walter has dominated British Strong Style when it comes to Trent Seven, Pete Dunne, and now Tyler Bate. The crowd is in shock. They're shocked by what's happened.
Well, hadn't even got over the match, and then Tyler Bate coming out strong. Had high hopes. Slowly but surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
The hopes are fading away for Tyler Bate to get the victory.
Well, the crowd still cheering, but Walter just picks up Tyler Bate, slamming him down.
Now Walter's just targeting the back of Bate.
And Tyler Bate can't even get to his feet. And this is a sad situation.
Tyler Bate's still trying to fight back, kicking Walter, but the kick's having little to no effect.
Bate with some stiff right hands to the midsection, trying to get his way back up to his feet. Barely stand with that back. And Walter with just one stomp to the back of the head puts Bate back down.
And this is the thing, Bate 4 or 5 strikes have little or no effect. Walter with just the one and sends Bate down, and now the submission again. And he wants to tear apart Tyler Bate. British Strong Style, how dare anybody stand up to him? In his mind, he owns NXT UK. I'm not going to argue with him. And now Bate finally getting to his feet. But just as he does, Walter with a vicious kick right down the spine of Tyler Bate, sending him down to the canvas. And Walter now just like a lion playing with its food is looking to just hurt Bate, and just a farm shots to the chest. Now the sleeper, and Bate out of desperation maybe managed to reach that top rope.
Tyler Bate trying to power up Walter. Can his neck back manage it? No. Bate collapses, and Walter with the elbows to the head, straight into a crossface.
Well, you see there, Bate had, 20 seconds of offence, and then Walter just shut him off.
Absolutely, the dominance of Walter.
And it's just a crossface now, just wrenching back on the face of Bate.
Just to get to the bottom rope to break the hold.
And we see the difference now to just earlier, where Bate was breaking out the sins, and now just struggling to get to the ropes each time. And now Walter holds him up, maybe the 10 beats of the Finn Balor.
Sends Tyler Bate collapsing to the outside of the...
Well, this reminds me a little bit of when Walter faced Trent Seven, and that ended with, 5 power bombs with a non-responsive Trent Seven in the ring. I don't want to see the same thing happen to Bate, as he manages to get him to break the count, but now it's Walter finding out devise new ways to try and punish and hurt Tyler Bate. He's in Walter's torture chamber tonight.
He's got the knee to the back of the head while wrenching back on the arms.
And it's a 300-pound weight just coming all across Bate's back and spine as he tries to fight out.
just the headbutts to the back.
Can't break the submission. And I mean, if his chop's bad, his headbutt's going to be even worse, isn't it?
I don't think he can get anything worse than them chops.
As Walter now just completely controlling Tyler Bate.
Bate being lively as he can though, fighting back, trying to turn it round. But no, Walter just rolls through. The Bate flips through, kick to the jaw. Walter responds with a seated senton into the cover, but no, just a 2 count.
2. And Walter's just horrible and aggressive and technical, but you forget about his speed sometimes and agility for the big man.
Aye, big man.
He just makes Bate pay. And now he's skipping around like Tyler Bate did earlier, mocking him.
Booting him in the face for good measure. You saw Bate's soul leave his body after...
Well, his soul may belong to God, but his ass belongs to Walter at this moment in time. As Walter now just standing over Tyler Bate. Another huge chop just collapsing Bate back in the corner. And even Walter saying, you big strong boy, come on, bring it.
Bate responds with a chop. Did he catch Walter off guard, or has he just pissed him off? Walter's still calling him out, telling Bate to come on. There's just a huge clubbing blow to the back. He just picks him up and in the corner.
Oh my God. And Bate just being stretched by Walter across the top rope there. And it's viciousness of Tyler Bate.
Barely hanging on.
Well, we know Walter brings the strong style with him, but Bate's in trouble now on the apron. And this could be the end now of Tyler Bate. Not only his total chances, but his career as well. But he's clever. He's holding on to that bottom rope. His legs are hooked, make a show.
How much longer can he hold on for, though, as a clubbing blow to the back completely unravels Tyler Bate from the bottom rope?
Just huge forearm shots. Just rocking Bate. Walter could have put him away by now.
Was he just proving a point?
He's trying, but Bate grabs hold of Walter. What's he trying to do? Oh!
Jesus Christ. Is that like a T-bone suplex?
A T-bone off the apron onto the hard...
wafer-thin mats below.
Yeah, wafer-thin mats. Oh, my word. Well, that might have ended Tyler Bate, but just for trying it. Now Bate just catching his breath, trying to get back into this.
Go on, Tyler, nip up to your feet.
He's forgetting about the pain. It looked like he was doing that for a second there, didn't he?
No theatrics from Bate.
Fight through the pain factor. You let the adrenaline guide you through.
That was more of an exploder suplex and a T-bone as we see it in slow motion.
Well, whatever it was, it fucked up Walter, who's now back to his feet, sent into barricade.
Sent into ring apron.
And now just toss him back in the ring. And Bate is hurt. There's no doubt about that. Can he take advantage? Oh.
Leg drop to the back of the head. Follows up with a second one.
And Bate knows it's all or nothing.
Well, Tyler Bate definitely is putting it all in tonight.
And now the uppercut.
Upper what?
On Walter, rocking him. But Walter's still not dropped to his feet yet. Can Bate build some momentum? Throws it back in the corner. Irish Rip with stop though by Walter.
He just drags him back to Bate with a foot up, blocks the hold.
Oh!
An uppercut from the second. Walter catching with a blow to the back, straight into the Boston Crab.
Just a huge chop. Like, who chops people in the back? Walter does, and now he's got him. The submission of the Boston Crab.
Tyler Bates refusing to go down like this, so as Walter knee to the back of the head while he's got the Boston Crab locked in.
Well, still no submission, and Walter drops that. Goes into the crossface again.
He just slapped him out of the sky.
And now Walter just bending back Bate. Bate though looking to get to that bottom rope. Walter with the elbows. Now the cravat hold. That is beautiful. And Bate all the lower back that got hurt earlier. He'll be on red alert right now.
Manages to get his feet to the bottom rope though to break the hold.
Walter frustrated, but Bate still got something left in him to kick Walter.
He's defiant. But is he just pissing off the big man now?
Now Walter. Another chop. Of course the Welsh crowd are singing. That's what they do. Don't be surprised by it as Walter looking to put Bate away now.
But Bate again fighting with everything he got. Suplex by Walter.
Now how is Bate even managing to fight? Third time will be over. No, Bate's still fighting his own. Punches. Couldn't pick Walter up.
Tyler Bate attempted getting out of it. Chop. Drops Bate to his backside. Walter looking for a suplex. Tyler Bate with the knees to the head. Can he deliver one of his own?
Bad back and all.
Does it? And the fans cheer that.
On their feet for the suplex. Bate has taken Walter down.
Big strong boy chant. And you can see the redness on Bate's chest. You can read Walter's palm. But there is no give up in Tyler Bate.
Well, the crowd might be a little bit quiet for the women's, but they are definitely into this one. As now it's Tyler Bate who realises he's in this with the uppercuts.
Upper what?
Trying to take Walter out. Hit him with at least 8.
At least 10 uppercuts. Follows out with a huge clothesline. Walter's still standing tall. Tyler Bate with a second.
Well, he's hitting from 3 sides of the ring now. Will fourth time be lucky? Here comes Bate.
No, straight into a forearm. Knocks him down. Hits the overhead heel kick though.
And now he's going to try that German. Oh no. Walter blocks it, but Tyler's got hold of him again. Going for the exploder.
Hits another exploder on Walter.
Oh!
Now he's nipping back up to his feet. Bad back and all.
Tyler Bate's alive.
Running shooting star.
Oh.
But Walter managing to kick out.
It's just crazy to see a guy Tyler Bates' size suplexing over his head a guy Walter and his size, and Bate still got a spring in his step, but for how long until the pain just wears down? It's pain. And now Bate, is he looking for finish Walter?
Looking for the Tyler driver.
We have seen him hit this before.
His fingers locked. Walter's trying to fight out of it though. Breaks the hold. Turns it around to a huge uppercut. But Bate responds in kind.
Oh my god, trying to backslide him but can't keep the weight down.
Oh, rolls him through, but Walter lands on his feet. Tyler into the Tyler driver.
Oh.
But a back drop from Walter.
Isn't it? And Walter there fighting strong, comes running in.
Jumps over Walter.
Oh.
Who hits a huge drop kick to the back of Bate. Into the powerbomb.
Oh! Reverses 1, 2.
Oh! Jesus.
Tyler Bate had Walter so close that Walter managed to kick out. And then Speedy spun him round. And that is a weight that played disadvantage to Walter then. But as Bates found out tonight, the bigger you are, the harder you hit.
Okay, if we had our mass debate now, I think my decision would be different.
You reckon?
Just the performance Tyler Bate has put in.
It's been something else for the young lad. This is awesome chance. And Bate now going to go up.
I'm just amazed that Tyler Bate is still in this.
I don't want to say it, There's a hint of Shawn Michaels in his performance right now.
I would go with that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there is something special. And as Bate went to the top, Walter went to the apron.
It's like Shawn Michaels against Undertaker at WrestleManias.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's something special we're seeing. As Walter now comes in, Bate catches him. And Bate now trying to fight everything he's got. He's looking down. He's going to look try and suplex Walter. Oh my God. And through front row, you want to move out of the way. Walter realises, though, I think.
Hard punch to the ribs and a clubbing blow to the back stops Bate.
And now Walter's got Bate in trouble. Oh my God.
Just chops him off the top turnbuckle.
Well, the move that finally did away with Pete Dunne was the splash off the top. Is that what Walter's looking for now? But Bate up to his feet.
A headbutt rocks Walter. I think it rocks Bate as well.
Well, Bate won't mind that.
Trying to pump himself back up into this match.
Oh no, Walter back up. Going to chop to the face, but Bate's got the fingers.
Taking a page out of Pete Dunne's book. Wrenches the fingers apart.
But joint manipulation, now Bate's got Walter.
Exploder off the second.
Come on, Tyler.
1, 2.
Oh. But Walter again gets his shoulder up at 2.
2.
And the explosive suplex has been the best move for Tyler Bate tonight.
I've got a feeling that Tyler Bate's a Tyler driver away from getting his victory, you know.
Well, if he hits it, I think it will be over. Tyler Bate now. He'll get to his feet. The fans absolutely loving it. And Bate now with the right hands and the lefts. But Walter with one big kick sending Bate back. Walter grabs hold of the leg and a chop, but Bate responds.
Just wrenches the ankle of Walter.
Now Walter frustrated. And just with a huge forearm shot. Bate though slaps the mat, comes to his feet.
But one huge chop from Walter drops him. But I think that's just psyched Bate up.
Well, Bate will not die, but Walter looking to chop him again.
Tyler Bate's shaking his head saying, nope, you're not going to beat me this way.
Maybe Walter's thinking, what's it going to take? Oh my God, and a chop. Oh, how is Bate surviving?
Bate ducks a chop. Now Bate and switch, but he just gets caught with a chop instead.
Oh, here comes another one.
He runs into a huge elbow.
But Walter just falls unconscious on Bate. On the bad back, can't take advantage. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's both men down now. But Bate's just making sure he's still got a chest. And it's Tyler Bate. I was about to say, so he get to his feet, but he did the complete opposite and just lay down. This has been a complete war of attrition. I'm still not sure which way it's going to go. As it Walter just a huge palm strike to Bate. Bate now with the elbow. Now strikes again to Walter.
Can't even get to his feet. We're still managing the offense. Some palm strikes from Walter. Low to the knee. Trying to chop the big tree down.
Oh, here comes Bate! No!
Oh, gets caught.
An exploder, Walter's own exploder himself.
No, just a 2 count.
2. And now Walter gets to his feet and thinking, no more playing around. This is the end. Powerbomb time. No! Bate blocking it with a boot to the face. How did he do that? I'll never know.
Trying to power Walter up onto his shoulders.
Oh my God. How is Bate managing to do this?
Spinning Walter round.
How the hell can he do it? And Walter's struggling. And Bate, well, Walter finds himself on top. Bate with a quad. And what the hell is Tyler Bate doing now?
Well, Walter's in a precarious position. On Bate's shoulders in a torture rack.
Oh my God. And now Bate just be able to pick this guy up. Oh! And just slams Walter down to the canvas.
Like an inverted FU.
Unbelievable. Bate, can he get the arm over? Just anything. But Walter managing to turn. And that shows a true champion there.
Well, he's the general of the ring.
And he gets that to safety. And this has been an incredible match. As Walter on the outside. Well, Bate, his chest is done, his lower back. But he's brought the fight.
As Walter's trying to get in. Now Tyler's going to go flying. Takes down Walter, lands quite hard on his back though.
High risk, high reward, but I don't know if it's worth it for Tyler Bate. And now here he comes again, trying to build a little bit of momentum. Oh!
Straight over the top this time and again landed on Walter.
Can he get Walter in the ring and finally end it and make Imperium fall, British Strong Style? Tyler Bate, 2-time champ. You know, he's looking for the German. He can't get him from this one.
He powers him up. He's got him off his feet. Plants the German. Gets the bridge. 2.
Oh.
No. Walter managing to kick out.
He managed to deadlift Walter and throw him over his head. And now Tyler Bate looking for the Tyler driver again. Like Walter again holding on. Oh, picking him up, slamming him down.
But the power of Bate bridging out. Back into the Tyler driver.
Oh!
Hits it.
1, 2. Oh! And Walter somehow managing to kick out. And now Bate might be looking, if the Tyler driver didn't work, corkscrew splash off the top. Here he comes.
Hits it.
Goes for the cover.
1,
2.
Oh.
Again, Walter gets shoulder up at 2.
2.
Well, at least can fight all night from far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Well, Tyler Bate gave his best shot to Volta and he's still standing there. Well, I say standing, more kind of laying, getting to his feet. And Bate now thinking, and now the tape is coming off. Bate means business. And now he wants Walter to get to his feet. Well, the tape's off. And now it's just straight rights and lefts. And this is proper brawling.
Tyler Bate is unloading with everything that he...
Well, if this is a boxing match, it would be over now. Walter is slowly fading. And the referee pushing Bate back.
Oh. And Walter coming out with a couple of chops and a kick.
Oh, and now the sleeper in. And look at the size of Walter's arms, just taking all the breath away from Bate. Rolls through and Bate. Oh my God, what is Bate now? Trying to get to his feet. No, there's no way Bate can do this, bad back and all.
The Bate powering his way up to his feet.
Look at Walter's face.
Drops Walter.
Oh no, Walter again.
Back up and straight back into that sleeper. He's got the grapevine locked in as well this time.
Well, he got out of it once. And Bate now managing to get his legs free. Bate now just got hold of that second rope. Trying to turn the advantage.
Well, puts his whole body over the top rope. Manages to escape the hold. But doesn't escape Walter. With a couple of clubbing blows to the chest and then just locks in that sleeper hold.
Well, he can't hold it there. As Bate's got hold of Walter, just bringing him outside.
Drags him over the top rope. Walter still holding on though.
Well, on the apron here, and I don't know what the referee's going to do. Bate gets off with the elbow to the face. Oh.
Chops the back of Bate.
And now he's got Bate. Oh my God. That's it. Bate's done. Bate, a reverse suplex. Bate on the apron. That's sick.
Throws Tyler into the ring.
And now Walter's going to go off top. And this will be it if he hits it. Here he comes. Splash. 1, 2.
Tyler Bate managing to kick out.
And the cheer from the crowd. And again, oh my God. Hits him with another one on his head. 1, 2.
And again, Bate getting the shoulder up at 2.
2. Well, I've not seen anything like this. How is Bate managing to take this much punishment? An NXT champ, maybe Walter can't put Bate away. Huge right hand. Made that another one, and now it's powerbomb time. He's got Bate up, down. 1.
Bate kicks out at 1.
1.
And now pissed off. Walter looks shocked.
The crowd on their feet chanting. I have never seen anything like that. He's a big, strong boy. Oh, what a huge shot. The fans just chanting Tyler Bate's name. And here comes Walter.
Turns Bate inside out of a huge clothesline. 1, 2, 3. And well, that is it.
But, I mean, come on. Tyler Bate there. What a performance by him and Walter. What a match. I mean, how long did that match go on for?
I think it's about 45 to 50 minutes.
And honestly, it flew by. What an enjoyable experience it was. I don't want to sound smug, but we said this main event would deliver. And by God, it has delivered. What a match. Dan, what are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely brilliant. Tyler Bate has kind of skyrocketed into at least the top 10 of our top 50 list for episode 250.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny if anybody has or has not made the list. The fans were upset that Walter was won. Fantastic performance by Tyler Bate, but not just Tyler Bate, but the entire NXT UK roster. Walter knows he's been in a war tonight, but what a takeover it has been, Dan. And we start off with Dar versus Travis Banks at the start. What a great way to open the show.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it was a very good, a very fast-paced match, and it was technical as well. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I thought a great way. Dar looked fucking, I think, top-notch in this one. He looked back to his very, very best. Great, very, very technical, very UK British style to it. I gave it a 4.25 out of 5.
I gave that a 4.25 out of 5 as well.
And then we had Cesaro, who's open challenge, and Ilya Dragunov came out and said he would. And my God, what a match that was. It feels so long ago now, but there's 40 rotations in the Cesaro swing in that one. And just a great match again for two men, wasn't it?
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. And again, the story told as well with Dragunov kind of earning his way into Cesaro's respect as well, which was just perfect storytelling again.
And it felt a more European feel to it, which I loved as well. What was your score?
I gave that a 4.5.
Yeah, I gave that 4.5 as well. And then the tag team title match?
Triple threat, yeah, again, a brilliant, hard-hitting match. Very enjoyable, and it was something that ended on a very good feeling note as well.
Yeah, well, what a moment. The crowd absolutely exploded, and it was great. Gallus didn't really get used that much. Probably the only critique we could say, but fantastic. I gave that 4 3/4 out of 5.
I gave that a 4.5 out of 5.
And then we had Joe Coffey versus Dave Master match. I wasn't really looking forward to, but it was mental. I'll be looking at that match again and be thinking, did that really happen? It's kind of cricket bats and snooker cues and falls off tables. Mastiff was protected. Coffey did all right. Your thoughts on that, Dan?
Yeah, it was just absolute fucking mayhem, but both blokes absolutely bought it. I really loved the match. It was just a hard-hitting affair. Coffey took some absolute fucking punishment. And I gave that a 4.5.
I gave that 4.25 out of 5. I thought it was a great match, though. And then the Women's Championship, Toni Storm versus Kaylee Ray.
It was a rather short match, but it was still very good and flawless, and the finish was an absolute shock to me.
Without a doubt, I think this was the shortest on the show, and I think it was hurt due to its time on the position on the card, and the kind of story leading into it. Kaylee Ray winning was shocking, but I think this was the weakest match overall.
Yeah, I'll give it that as well.
So what was your score?
I gave that a 3 3/4.
Yeah, I gave that a 3 3/4 as well. And then the main event, Walter versus Tyler Bate. One absolute classic match of the year contender that we've just seen here. Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. Bate with an amazing performance. Walter looked awesome as well. Epic main event. There's no more superlatives I could throw at it. I mean, it was an absolute amazing match, and Tyler Bate has definitely gone up a fair few levels, especially for someone as young as he is.
22 years old.
22 years old.
Yeah. Talk about wrestling prodigies. Tyler Bate is definitely one of them. What a career kind of performance. Like I said, there was shades of Shawn Michaels in his selling of the lower back and just the kind of athleticism that he used as well. For me, it's a bang on 5 out of 5 match.
I gave that a 5 1/4.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely awesome. So our match of the night is the main event. What was your score out of 10 for the takeover card?
I am going to go with a 9.5 because that had a bit of everything in it, and that is what you want to see. You had the very good technical start to it. You had the hard hitting with the triple threat. You had the mayhem with the Coffey and Mastiff, and you had the absolute guts and determination of Bate going against Walter.
I think the women's match. My only thing is that maybe they could have had a better women's match. But even with the state of the way women's wrestling is at the moment, I think that's one of the better matches you're going to see coming from it. You compare it to SummerSlam or stuff like that. I'm just comparing it to kind of NXT UK. But I'm giving it a 9 3/4 out of 10. It's not going to be a 10 out of 10 because, like I said, if the women's match was a little bit better, it would have been a perfect 10. But 9 3/4. This is what I would watch. If someone said to me you had to watch this once every week, I'd be quite happy with the takeover card. Prediction-wise as well, it means it's 4. We 4 all we end on out of 6 to takeover, and it means it's 4 all when it comes to NXTs as well. And our final 4.
Carry on.
So the final vision on the podcast and of takeover is Walter holding his gold high above his head, and Tyler Bate will get a great reception, but there is only one NXT UK champion, and that is indeed Walter, who will be next to stand up to the ring general. But that's it for now. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WNR244 Review or
at Vince McDan WWE.
I'm at Jones on the Google platforms. Send us an email at WNRpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, the WNR Podcast. We're on Facebook.
Facebook, yes, you can come and find our page and give us a like with a WWE Network Review podcast, or you can come and find me and add me as a friend. I am Vince McDan.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, W Net Review. We've got clips going up there. Podcasts go at the same time on YouTube. There are places like SoundCloud.
On your phone.
We're on Spreaker Radio. We've got our live shows, Stitch Radio, and of course iTunes. Speaker. Download, subscribe, rate, and review there.
James, we've got our internet page, web page coming up soon as well. And that is the WNRpodcast.com, and you can find all of our contact information there as well.
Without a doubt. And so that is it. As Walter and Imperium are standing tall to end TakeOver, I have been James Rowlands, and as always joined by
Dan White.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and bye.
Bye.